Atlantic Trojan basketball. Here's Tom Robinson alongside Cody McCreedy on KS 95.7 and live streamed at westerniowatoday.com.
And good evening from Atlantic. Tom Robinson alongside Cody McCreedy with high school basketball here tonight on KS 95.7 FM and our live video stream, Western Iowa Today TV. Powered by Nishtanet and Mr. Scott Bennett at Nishtanet. Yeah, broadcast brought to you by Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll. Also brought to you by the First Whitney Bank. They're the only bank you'll ever need, a First Whitney Bank. Body Basic, call 254-BODY to get your body back to the basics. And the Seed Pros, by your side to maximize yields from the word go. Your Pioneer Pros, John America, Mark Van Tiger, Gary Dinkle, and Nick Knutson. And 2nd Street Auto, your transmission pros, and Cavs Health. Neighbors are caring for neighbors. Also brought to you by the Super Bowl. We'll grab the gang and head to the Super Bowl for Glow Bowling every Friday and Saturday night. And Outfitters Plus Outlet Store, your home for personalized sports apparel in Atlantic. Also brought to you by Switta. They're safe, reliable Switta for all your transportation needs. And Stein Seed. And Stein has yield to contact Darren Petty, your local Stein representative. Hy-Vee Grocery, Meat Department. They've got bakery and deli and pharmacy. Always there for you. Your Atlantic Hy-Vee. Atlantic hanging out of your locally owned full-line Carquest retail store in Atlantic and Rolling Hills Bank and Trust. A hometown bank for hometown people. Remember, FDIC. Also brought to you by Elkhart Plastics. Integrity, optimism, customer focus, and a can-do spirit. Go to MyersIndustries.com/careers to fill out an application. Also brought to you by the Fish Store and Pet Center, your local one-stop pet shop in downtown Atlantic. Tom Robinson with Cody McCreedy, and the Atlantic Trojans are warming up. It is a pink-out night here tonight, and also senior recognition and the 50th anniversary of Atlantic girls basketball going to be celebrated tonight. There'll be some alumni here, and they'll be recognized here between games as well. Well, Atlantic enters the contest coming off a win over Red Oak on Tuesday night. The Trojans 4-5 in conference play. They're 7-12 overall. Denison Schleswig 4-4 in the conference and 8-9 in all games. And when these two teams met the first time around, it was Atlantic winning that contest. We got to go back to the 21st of November. Atlantic won that 39-26 at Denison. This the second time around for the girls. The boys game will be the first time around. They'll play again at Denison on February 13th in the regular season finale. We're going to hear from Atlantic head coach Dan Vargason coming up next. Our coaches show brought to you by McAtee Tire. McAtee Tire and Service, your headquarters for all your automotive repairs at Goodyear Tires at 100 West 2nd Street in Atlantic. We'll hear from Coach Varg right after this.
First Whitney Bank is the longest-standing locally owned bank in Atlantic, and as such, we take pride in how we serve our community. For generations, we have been involved with our customers and their families by getting involved in community events and by supporting technology and teaching financial literacy in our schools. You'll also see our support of athletics on the scoreboards at home events. It's this involvement that allows us to know our customers and their families for generations. First Whitney Bank, the only bank you'll ever need. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Coaches Show, brought to you by McAtee Tire. We're joined by Atlantic head girls basketball coach Dan Vargas and the Trojans and the Monarchs set to square off here on senior night and recognition night of the 50th year of a Trojan girls basketball coach. So a big night, and we'll recognize the seniors here tonight as well. Well, we got to go way back to November 21st when you faced off against Denison on the road. You won that 39-26, and now we finish off the season here with Denison tonight in Harlan on Tuesday, Coach. And let's talk about this team. Let's talk about the Denison team. Obviously, a lot has changed in the last couple of months. And when you look at the Monarchs, what do you see different maybe than the first time around?
Well, obviously the first game, things are always just a little bit disorganized. You're not quite flowing yet. Things aren't fully figured out. You just got the basics in, and you're trying to find your identity. And we'd played one game already, and so it's just a little bit different. But I think they've grown just a little bit more in their confidence. You can see players who are willing to shoot the ball. Kiana Schultz, she's very confident, good shooter, shoots about 30% from the three-point line, averaging 14 points per game. So she's a very good offensive player. And then Whitley Allen, she was one that early on, she was. It took her a little time to get going. She tore her ACL last year, and she's coming back this year. So we knew right away that it would take some time for her to reacclimate. But she's a good player, and then Maya Slater is a good post player for them, and she's averaging about 8 a game. So they've got 3 that they've been very consistent for them, scoring the ball inside and outside. Allen's a good point guard. And then they just had a player who got hurt recently, who was their next leading scorer. So they're relying pretty heavily on those 3. I think the Inman girl, she can get some points every game as well, and Cardenas has stepped up in the post for them with the injuries. So I just think that they look a little bit more organized. Their defense causes a lot of fits. They play really good pressure 1-3-1, and that causes a lot of turnovers.
Yeah, a lot of has changed for the Atlantic basketball team. Obviously, your guard play, your guards have gotten more confident and more shooting more supportive offensively. And, of course, Peyton Harder's been fairly consistent all season long. And I think the biggest thing we talk about is turnovers.
Yeah, the first time we played them, we were about 40. You can't have that. I just don't see us winning another basketball game with 40 turnovers. And the good news is we've been averaging 16 the last about 8 games. So we just got to take care of the ball against our 1-3-1. We know they're going to bring that. They're going to mix things up. They're not going to just sit in it the whole time unless it's turning us over. They're going to mix things up. They'll run some 2-3. They'll run some man, some full court, 3/4 court, whatever they can try to do to get us off rhythm. And obviously we know they're going to pay some attention to Peyton Harder. A lot of teams have been double-teaming her. She was triple-teamed a couple times last game. So we know that she's going to be a target for other people, and everybody else has to score. And the last game is McKenna Schrader. Mm-hmm. Zoe Kirchhoff has shown she can put up big numbers. Maddie Richter can score. So we've got quite a few players that are capable of doing it, and we're going to need those players to step up tonight.
Schrader, 13 points, 3 3-pointers against Red Oak last Tuesday night. And you got some good production out of Katrina Williams as well.
Yeah, Katrina, she's been a consistent defender in the post and rebounder, and just causes a lot of issues on that side. But I think she's starting to show a little bit more comfortability now on the offensive side. We've been really working with her on playing basketball versus just running system. And she's one of those kids that, you tell her, here's the offense. She wants to run the offense, and we're trying to just get her more comfortable in, okay, now where do I score from the offense? What do I do when this happens? And just getting her in those positions to be aggressive. And sometimes it can be a challenge, too, when your other post player like Peyton Harder's scoring 16 or 17 points a game. Sometimes you're trying to help get them the ball, and we want Katrina to be willing to score, and we want teammates to feed her the ball as well, because she's more than capable of getting buckets as well.
Well, last against Red Oak, just some really great execution and the transition. I know a couple of plays were just a clinic, the way you move the ball on transition. And your high-low game was near perfection several times during that game, Coach. I'm sure that's something you work on a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. We have different looks for different things that we see, and now that we're starting to figure out how to move the ball in those situations, whether, like you said, in transition, early on we were not very good in 3-on-2, 2-on-1s, and it almost always resulted in a turnover or a forced layup that we shouldn't have taken. Now we're starting to move the ball and get those 2-on-1s, easy layups. And then offensively go high-low. Obviously with Katrina and Peyton, Katrina can hit from the elbow, Peyton can hit from the elbow, and they both can score in the low block and short corners. So when you have that kind of combination, you're able to do that. And even when we sub in Lila Wiederstein, she can continue to score from those and pass from those roles as well. So we've got a lot of players who are comfortable with that, and our guards have gotten better about getting the ball into the posts and not just dribbling around and swinging the ball in the perimeter. How far has this team come defensively? Well, I would say I think first game we gave up 70 points, and lately we've been giving up around 40s. So I think it's a tremendous growth, and part of that was a coaching mistake. Probably had us in the wrong defense early on based on results. So we made some changes, brought back some of the zone stuff that we'd run in the past. And then I think the other side, too, is just kids getting comfortable in their role and learning what the rotations are and being more aggressive in doing it. I think that's a big difference as well. So that and rebounding. Rebounding has been consistent this season, and it's hard to rebound out of zones, which is part of why we got away from it. Early on, we rebounded well, and our numbers have gone down a little on that side, but I think we've gotten more stops as well. Talk about the night. It's senior night. It is also Pink Out night, and the 50th anniversary of Atlantic girls basketball. Big night tonight. Yeah, we thought it'd be awesome to get our 50-year people celebrated. We got a letter in the mail from a former player, and so we wanted to make sure we got the word out and recognize these players and coaches properly. We've had a lot of talented teams and coaches come through this organization and program, and we get to enjoy a lot of things that we have because of what they did. So we want to make sure that we give them some recognition. There was a lot of talent, not just from the original teams, but there's multiple state championships, proud 6-on-6 history. So we want to make sure that stuff doesn't get forgotten, and all those former players know there's always a place in our gym for them.
Very good, Coach. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Best of luck tonight, and we will talk to you afterwards.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
We'll be back with the starters and the opening tip right after this on 95.7 FM and live video streamed on WesternIowaToday.com TV.
Good coaches know their players' strengths and weaknesses. They watch, evaluate, and come up with a game plan to make their team better. Like a good coach, when you bring your vehicle to McCreedy Tire, they listen to your concerns and give clear explanations on how they can help. They come up with a game plan to get your vehicle performing at its best. From tires to oil changes, brakes, engine repair, and more, McCreedy Tire can assist in all your vehicle needs and help you feel prepared for all the competitions ahead. McCreedy Tire and Service, where their game-winning service is always a slam dunk.
Back to Atlantic Trojan Sports on KS 95.7 and live stream at westerniowatoday.com.
Welcome back to Atlantic. Tom Robbins alongside Cody McCreedy as the Atlantic Trojans. It's pink out night here tonight. Take on the Denison Schleswig Monarchs here tonight. And Cody, we're looking for another good game. Atlantic and Denison Schleswig. They played back on November 21st. Atlantic winning that game the first time around, and it was early season. Whole different ball game here tonight.
Oh yeah, it's a whole different ball game, and you got two teams that are probably, like Coach Ferguson said in his pregame show, they've gone through and they've really worked on those kinks, and so these are two completely different teams. So it's kind of like this is the first time each team is seeing each other, because it's been such a difference. It's such, 2 months, 3 months since they last seen each other. So, that's a completely different team that you're seeing tonight. So expect a different result than you saw in the first game between the two teams. I expect this to be a low-scoring game between two very evenly matched teams here tonight.
You bet, and we're going to get set for the starting lineups here this evening. Let's take a look at the visiting Denison Schleswig Monarchs, and they're going to be in their white uniforms here this evening. Atlantic in their peak-out uniforms here tonight. For Denison Schleswig, they'll start Madison Inman, a 5'9 senior, Claire Lannon, a 5'6 senior, and Canna Schultz, a 5'7 senior. Also Maya Slater, a 5'9 junior, and Whitley Allen, a 5'5 senior, starting for the Monarchs here tonight. When we look at the scores, Maya Slater leads the team, Canna Schultz leads the team in scoring at 13.8 a game. Maya Slater, 8.3. Whitley Allen averaging 8.6 a game. And Addison Inman averaging 2.8. And Samantha Chandler right at 2 points a contest for Denison Schleswig. For Atlantic, they'll start McKenna Schrader, a 5'5 sophomore. She's coming off of a 3-3 from behind the arc against Red Oak last Tuesday night. And she's red hot. We'll see if she can keep that going tonight against Denison Schleswig. Zoe Kirchhoff, a 5'5 sophomore. Claire Pellet, a 5'6 junior. And Peyton Harder, a 5'10 junior, starting for Atlantic. Harder leads the team in scoring, averaging 16.6 a game. And then Zoe Kirchhoff at 6.4. And McKenna Schrader at 4.5 points a contest for the Atlantic Trojans here this evening. So looking forward to this one, and we're going to have the broadcast here on the radio here at 95.7 FM and live video streamed at westerniowatoday.com. We're going to take a 1 minute timeout. We're back with more right after this.
Are you ready to be part of something bigger? I'm Myron Stein, president of Stein Seed Company. We're seeking exceptional individuals like you to join our team as independent sales representatives. If you're passionate about agriculture, ready to make a difference, and want unlimited earning potential, join the Stein team as an ISR. To learn more about open positions near you, contact your local Stein RSA, Darren Petty, at area code 712-249-5884.
Hi everyone, it's Caitlin with your Atlantic Hy-Vee. Have you signed up or upgraded to our Perks program yet? It is free to you and gives you instant savings. If you're not signed up, no worries. We can, in-store, while you're shopping, or at the checkout, sign you up. Super quick, super easy for the instant savings. No need to wait. Scan the card, you got the deals. Deals so good you won't find them anywhere else. Have you signed up or upgraded to our Perks program yet? It is free to you and gives you instant savings. We can, in-store, while you're shopping, or at the checkout, sign you up. As always, thank you for shopping.
Atlantic is the color guard brings the flag out, and we'll keep it right here for the national anthem. Our opening tip-off is brought to you by the First Whitney Bank, a local bank, the only bank you'll ever need. First Whitney Bank.
Work seems a lot less like work when you do it with the people you know.
Elkhart Plastics in Atlantic has a career opportunity for you. They're currently looking to hire first and second shift oven operators, first shift assemblers, and maintenance personnel, along with competitive pay and shift differential offered for second shift. Elkhart Plastics offers medical, dental, vision, company-paid life and disability plans, as well as vacation, paid holidays, education reimbursement, and retirement savings plans. Go to myersindustries.com/careers to view openings and fill out an application. Elkhart Plastics is an equal opportunity and
for the opening tip-off. Harder will tip it off for the Trojans. Atlantic moving right to left in their pink uniforms here tonight. It's Pink Out Night, Cancer Awareness Night here in Atlantic, and the Monarchs getting set to go, and they'll tip it off with Matt Addison Inman. Here's the tip, controlled by Harder, and Atlantic moves the ball to the front court. Right out of the gate, top of the circle, Kirchhoff, right side is Schrader. High post to Williams. Back out top to Pellet. She'll wing it left side to Kirchhoff. Dribble drive left. Runner on the way. God! Atlantic off to a 2-0 lead with Kirchhoff with the bucket for the Trojans. Monarchs back the other way with the basketball. Peyton McLaren will bring it across Denison Schleswig with the basketball. They'll bring it across with Candace Schultz. Leads the team in scoring, averaging just shy of 14 a game. Kick out top to Slater. High post to Inman. She'll swing it right side. Dumps back door. Schultz layup. Good. A great look by Willie Allen. And the bucket made by Candace Schultz. And we've got a 2-2 game here on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Atlantic in the front court. Schultz with a pair. Pass left wing. Kirchhoff down low to Harder. Layup up. Good. A foul called on Denison Schleswig. And Harder will beat the free throw line to shoot the N1. Atlantic up 4-2. As Peyton Harder took the pass down low, Cody. That was a great play down low.
Yeah, got her defender up in the air and jumped right into her and got the M1.
So Harder with the bucket for the Trojans. She'll shoot free throws. First one up, and it is no good. And the rebound comes off to Williams for Atlantic. Trojans have it knocked out of bounds by the Monarchs. They'll get it back the other way. So here we go. 7:02 to go, first quarter of the Seed Pro scoreboard. And Kirchhoff to throw it in. Kirchhoff looks out top, bounce pass inside, layup no good by Schrader. Rebound to Williams, and she's fouled, going up for the shot. Williams to the free throw line for Atlantic. Trojans up 4-2. Harder with a pair, and Kirchhoff with two for the Trojans. Score for the Monarchs, Schultz. She has 2 points. Atlantic up 4-2. Williams' first free throw is up and no good. Second one coming up. Score brought to you by the Seed Pros. They're by your side to maximize yields from the word go. Second free throw is no good. Missed them both. A rebound ripped down by Pellet. Atlantic restarts. Baseline Harder. She's open. She'll set. She'll fire. Too deep. A rebound to Kirchhoff for the Trojans. Atlantic gets a new shot clock with Schrader out top. Kenna Schrader with the basketball. Now bounce pass left side of Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff looks high post to Harder. Harder holds the ball. Double team. Back to Pellet. She'll take one dribble, and she's fouled. And that's another foul called. And that's going to be on Leinen. Claire Leinen with a foul for Denison Schleswig. So the ball will go to Pellet. She'll then bounce the far sideline. 4-2 in favor of the Trojans on the Seed Pro scoreboard as Kirchhoff wings it left. Schrader back out top. Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff looks high post. One bounce left side. Schrader. She'll fire up a three. No good. Rebound Harder. Put back is good. Harder with the bucket for the Trojans. She has 4. Atlantic opens up a 6-2 lead on the Seed Pro scoreboard.
And Tom, 5 offensive rebounds there on that possession for Atlantic.
Schultz with the basketball back out top. They'll go back door inside, and Harder with the steal. They try to go low, and Schlater was the intended target, and Harder gets the rebound for Atlantic on the steal. Pellet wings it right side of Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff on the bounce, now down low. Schrader wraparound, no good, gets her own rebound. There's another offensive rebound, Cody. Schrader back to Harder. Harder back out top to Kirchhoff. 5:45 to go, first quarter. Atlantic up by 4, 6-2. Pellet, Kirchhoff, skip pass, Schrader, she's open, she sets her feet and fires, no good. Rebound again by Atlantic, Kirchhoff, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Denison Schleswig. Well, you're right, Cody. The Trojans have just been owning that offensive board.
Yeah, and when the shot's up, Denison is looking at the basket instead of trying to, in the zone, instead of trying to look back and finding someone to put their body into. They're looking at the basket as the ball comes off, and Atlantic's taking advantage of that, going down and getting the ball, and they're using their height to their advantage there.
So Atlantic will inbounds for the baseline right side of the basket with 5:33 yet to go here in this first quarter. The officials coming to the sideline to talk to the bench. Peyton Harder with 4 and Zoe Kirchhoff with a pair. Candace Schultz has a 2 for Atlantic. We're not sure what the meeting was about, but we'll see Kirchhoff trigger from the right side of the basket. Bounce pass into Harder. Back out top. Kirchhoff. She'll fire a 3. No good. And the rebound pulled down by Harder. Then lose the handle. And the Inman comes up for the Monarchs. Pass ahead to Schlater. Down low to Allen. And off her fingertips out of bounds. Turnover Dennis Atlantic back the other way. Kirchhoff will trigger in for the Trojans. Across the timeline, Zoe Kirchhoff looks to throw left side to Schrader. Schrader holds the ball over her head. Now she goes backdoor to Williams. Williams left baseline. Kirchhoff head fake drive. Runner up short. And the rebound comes off to the Monarchs. Nia Schlater with the board. Pass ahead to Allen. Allen right wing. Now wing it left to line it. Down inside and tipped away by Atlantic. Williams with good post defense down low. Reached around in front and knocked it out of bounds along the baseline. 4:51 to go first quarter, and it'll be a trigger for Denison Schleswig. Schlater will throw it in. Right side of the basket. Pellet out, and Maddie Richter's in for Atlantic. Inbound Schultz. She'll fire a triple. In and out. Rebound Harder again. Atlantic back the other way. The Trojans getting the boards here early on. 4:40 to go first quarter. Kirchhoff bounce pass to Richter. Richter wings at baseline. Kirchhoff drives again. Dumps it low to Harder. Poked out of her hands. Nice job inside by Schlater. And the Monarchs will bring it to the front court. Schultz across the timeline for Denison Schleswig. Backdoor pass. Layup up by Inman. No good. Williams rebound. We're going to have a jump ball. Inman got a hand on it. And the arrow will favor the Monarchs here with 4:21 to go first quarter. The Seed Pro scoreboard. First substitution for Denison Schleswig. And they're going to bring in Samantha Chandler. Shot missed by Denison. Rebound Peyton Harder. Chandler's in the game now for Denison. Kirchhoff across the timeline over to Schrader left wing. Baseline Kirchhoff wide open. Fires. Good! Kirchhoff with the triple for Atlantic. She has 5 and the Trojans up 9-2 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Denison to the front. Chandler right wing. Kick out top. Driving inside is Allen, and a whistle. We got a foul called on the Trojans. And Schlater, I should say, on the dribble drive inside. She'll shoot a pair with 3:54 to play first quarter. Atlantic opening up a 9-2 lead. Kirchhoff with 5. Harder with a pair. Free throw coming up. Schlater, first one on the way, is good. Rolled off the front iron and went in. 9-3 Atlantic on the Seed Pro scoreboard. 3:54 to play. Now in this first quarter. Lila Wiederstein in for Williams. Second free throw coming up for Schlater. 9-3. Schlater's second free throw is up, and it is off the back iron. Rebound Richter for Atlantic. Trojans to the front court in a hurry. Driving, Richter shot up a wild shot, no good. Kirchhoff with the rebound. Back out top to Schrader for 3, missed the shot. Schultz with the rebound for Denison Schleswig. Pass ahead. Allen inside to Inman. Kick back out top, Schultz. Dribble drive, a shot up, no good, foul on Richter. And Schultz will step to the line with 3:33 to go in the first quarter. The Seed Pros scoreboard. So free throws coming up for Schultz. So here we go. Schultz free throw is on the way, and it is in and out and in. Schultz got the bucket. 3 points for Kenna Schultz. 3:33 to go here in this first quarter of play. Second free throw is on the way, and it is good. Made them both for Schultz with both free throws. 3:32 to go first quarter. 9-5 in favor of the Trojans. Pass ahead. Schrader. Dribble drive, pulls up in the lane and throws it away. Steal by the Monarchs. They'll kick it out near side. Front court, Allen. Right side is Schultz. Schultz looking low. Dribble drive on the bounce. Runner up off the glass, no good. Good rebound by Wiederstein. She had the block out, and she gets the board. Trojans to the front court. Across the timeline is Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff drives in, layup up, and it's good. Kirchhoff with the bucket for Atlantic. And the Trojans up 11-5. How about Kirchhoff? Off to a great start for the Trojans. 7 points for Kirchhoff. Monarchs bring it across the timeline. Atlantic with a good start here. 2:40 to go first quarter. Pass near side to Chandler. Back out top. Slater. Dribble drive. Cut off. Left side. Will drive inside. Schultz dumps low. Layup up, and it is good. And the Monarchs get the bucket. In the ball game for Denison Schleswig is Cardenas. She's got the basket. It's 11-7 Atlantic with a lead. In the front court, Denison with a steal. Chandler, pass ahead, driving Allen. His ball is kicked out of bounds. And the ball will go to the Monarchs with 2:10 left to go here in this first quarter. The Seed Pro scoreboard by your side to maximize yields. Forward go. So Schultz will throw it in. Atlantic up 11-7. Cardenas with a pair. Schultz with 4 and Slater 2. Schultz will trigger. Out top, and it is knocked out of bounds by Denison Schleswig. Chandler got a hand on it. So the Trojans will throw it in. It'll be Kirchhoff, the trigger for Atlantic. 2:08 to play. First quarter into Richter. Richter back over to Kirchhoff. Now Schrader brings it across the half-court line. Hands off, out top to Kirchhoff. 1:58 to go first quarter. Kirchhoff on the bounce over to Richter, right baseline. Skip past Schrader. Dump pass low to Wiederstein, and they give it a go, and a travel call to Wiederstein. She ran right into Cardenas, Cody.
Yeah, ran right into her. I think she was surprised that she was there and just knocked her off balance and caused her to have to travel there.
Inbounds out top to Schultz. She'll bring it across the timeline for the Monarchs. Down by 4. Schultz, baseline, cut off nicely by Wiederstein. Back out top to Chandler. Chandler between the rings, looks right side to Leinen. Leinen back out top, Cardenas. Cardenas one bounce, 2, pulls up at the elbow. Guarded closely by Schrader, and we've got a whistle, and we've got a foul away from the basketball as Chandler hit the deck along the baseline, Cody. 1:29 to go first quarter. The ball belongs to Denison Schleswig. Atlantic up 11-7 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. By your side to maximize yield from the word go. Inbounds Chandler. Looks to throw. Way out top. Schultz open. She'll launch the 3. Good. Schultz got it. 11-10. Schultz with the triple. And the Monarchs now within a point. Atlantic at the front court. 1:18 to go first quarter. And a pass to Kirchhoff is a steal by Chandler. Then a jump ball. Atlantic will keep it in the front court. 1:14 to go first quarter. Richter is out. And checking in now for Denison Schleswig is Quinlan Bigness, wearing number 2. And Pellet will check in quickly for the Trojans, and Schrader comes out. Pellet will throw it in about the top of the key, extended on the near sideline. 11-10, Atlantic by 1. 1:14 to play first quarter. Bounce pass to Wiederstein, right wing. Baseline, Schrader down low. Ball tipped away by Denison Schleswig again. Boy, they're playing a great post defense, Cody. Trojans to the front court. 11-10, a minute to go, and there's almost a steal. Driving Chandler pulls up short. Jay, good, and Monarchs take the lead. 12-11. Chandler gets the bucket for the Monarchs. Atlantic now trails for the first time here. 46 seconds to go. Into Harder. Layup offhand. No good. A foul call on Denison Schleswig. We haven't seen Harder touch, and the Monarchs making a big run at it, and now you get the ball to Harder inside. That's what they got to do.
Yeah, that's how you break a run by the other team. You got to get it to your best player and let her go to work, and that's exactly what they did on that possession there. Give it to Harder, let her do her thing, and now she's being rewarded at the free throw line here.
Free throw by Harder is no good. Harder 0 for 2 from the line. She has 4 points. 12-11. Monarchs with the lead. Second free throw is coming up here. Harder. Second free throw is up, and it is missed. The rebound, Denison Schleswig, and they'll bring it to the front court. Bigness. Pass down low. Inman. Chandler. Travel. Lanny gets the ball back. 33 seconds on the clock. 12-11. Denison Schleswig with the lead. Chandler with that 2-point shot. Put the Monarchs on top. And Richter back in for Atlantic for scoring purposes here, Cody. With 33 seconds to go for his quarter. You like the way she shoots the three. Inbounds pass, Richter into Wiederstein. Back to Kirchhoff. She'll bring it across a half-court line. Her pocket pick. She'll get it back. Trojans have it right side of Wiederstein. Back out top. Kirchhoff looks at Coach Varr. Gets the play here with 20 seconds to go. Game clock and shot clock. Kirchhoff over the right side of Wiederstein. High post Williams. Right side Kirchhoff. She'll bring it back out top. 12 seconds on the clock. 10 seconds, 9. Kirchhoff wings it left to Richter. 8 seconds on the clock. Richter back out top at 6. Drives right side at 5. Launches at 4. No good. Long rebound, and it is picked up by Allen. And that'll be it here in the first quarter. Denison Schleswig with a big run late. And they take a 12-11 lead. We're back right after this.
Have you ever heard the saying, people...
Olson's BP in Atlantic is the keep you going store, and they'll keep you going all day long with breakfast selections like breakfast burritos, breakfast sandwiches, and breakfast staples like biscuits and gravy. For lunch, what better place to stop than Olson's BP? With burgers, Champ's chicken sandwiches, and Godfather's personal pizzas, you're sure to be refueled for that afternoon grind. And after a long day of work, let Olson's BP do the cooking for you. Hot and fresh Champ's chicken with all the sides and every kind of pizza topping you can think of on your Godfather's pizza. It's Olson's BP on 2nd Street in Atlantic, the Keep You Going store.
Elkhart Plastics in Atlantic has a career opportunity for you. They're currently looking to hire first and second shift oven operators, first shift assemblers, and maintenance personnel, along with competitive pay and shift differential offered for second shift. Elkhart Plastics offers medical, dental, vision, company-paid life and disability plans, as well as vacation, paid holidays, education reimbursement, and retirement savings plans. Go to myersindustries.com/careers to view openings and fill out an application. Elkhart Plastics is an equal opportunity and affirmative action employer.
And they'll trigger to start the second stanza. Back out top to Allen. She'll bring it across the timeline for Denison Schleswig. Baseline to Schultz. Inside to line and back near side Allen. Head fake drive cut off. Inman back out top. They'll swing it to line at top of the circle. Atlantic in that zone defense. They go low to Cardenas. The ball is going to be a jump. With 7:40 to go here in this first quarter. Atlantic will have the basketball. Trying to get used to those pink uniforms here.
Yeah, they look cool. I like them.
Love them, yeah.
Just not used to them at all.
I think the big thing is Denison Schleswig and their home white.
Yeah, it is really confusing. I had to kind of get used to it for a little bit, but I think I'm slightly used to it right now.
High-low with Harder, layup good. What a great play. They go low to Williams. Then Harder broke down that left block and got the bucket. She has 6 for Atlantic, averaging 16. And it's a 13-12 Atlantic lead of the Seed Pro scoreboard. They give it back. Denison Schleswig in the front court. They'll bring it out top, down low to Cardenas. The ball is stolen away by Harder. Tipped to Kirchhoff. Atlantic has possession. Front court. Kirchhoff, bounce pass, Wiederstein. Skip pass Harder right side. Harder, Kirchhoff looks over Coach Vargason. Gets the play, bouncer over to Pellet. High post Williams. They look low and a foul called on Allen of Denison Schleswig. With 6:54 to play here in this first half of the Seed Pro scoreboard. I'll tell you what, against Red Oak, and what was working for Atlantic was that high-low. We saw a glimpse of that there, that possession before the first quarter ended. Pella will throw it in. Baseline, Harder. Harder on the drive inside of Williams. She'll turn, shoot, and scores. Great look by Harder, and Williams gets the bucket for Atlantic. 15-12. Atlantic back on the defensive end, lining with the ball in the front court. Back out top to Schultz. Count as Schultz baseline. Inman, Schultz. Back out top to line, and she'll swing it left to Allen. Allen dribble drive, pulls up at the elbow, fires good. Allen with the pair. Back in the fourth we go, 14-13 Monarchs. 6:20 to go, first half. Score brought to you by the Seed Pros. Atlantic clears the half-court line with Kirchhoff. To the double team to Wiederstein. Down low to Williams. Bounce pass inside to Harder and stolen away by Denison Schleswig. Pass ahead. Allen drives. Shot up and it's no good. We got a player control foul called on Allen. That's back-to-back fouls on Whitney Allen.
Yeah, and I mean, they're going to need her if the Denison has any shot in this game. So, you know, 2 big fouls there. The big call there down low, but, you know, ran right over and, you know, it's a pretty good charge call there.
6:05 left first half of the Seed Pros scoreboard. Atlantic with the basketball in their pink uniforms. Denison Schleswig in their home white here on the road. Atlantic with just 2 games left tonight, and they'll be at Harlan on Tuesday night. Harder wings it over to Wiederstein. Back to Harder in the middle of the press. Wiederstein. Kirchhoff. That's how you break a press. Harder. Cross the lane to Williams. Layup up in is good. What a look by Harder again. And Williams has 4. And I'll tell you what, Cody, when you want to break a press, you don't put the ball on the floor. What a great job of passing the ball.
I don't even think they dribbled there going down. I mean, it just pass. And that, like you said, that's exactly how you break a press, and they did it beautifully there.
Line in top of the circle for Denison Schleswig. 5.5 to go first half. They go high post to Cardenas. Right side, Inman for 3. No good. Rebound, Kirchhoff for Atlantic. Trojans back to the front court. Kirchhoff averaging 3.3 rebounds a game. Harder right wing, baseline. Wiederstein, short J. No good. Rebound, Cardenas for the Monarchs. 17-14 Atlantic on top of the Seed Pro scoreboard here in this second quarter. Out top is Chandler. She'll fire left side of Leinen. Baseline Schultz. Back out top to Leinen. Atlantic in a 2-3 zone. Chandler, 1-2-2 zone, I should say. Inman, Chandler. Clear line back out top for Denison Schleswig. 5'6" senior. They'll go down inside to Schlater. Ball is loose, and we've got another jump ball, and Monarchs will keep it with 4:44 to go first half. 17-14. Atlantic by 3. Cardenas back in. Inman out. Schrader is back in for Pellet. And the ball belongs to Denison. Chandler will throw it in. Trailing by 3 is Denison. Score brought to you by the Seed Pros. Chandler throws it in. Give it a go inside. Shot off the glass, no good. And the game clock expires. Atlantic gets the ball back. 17-14. Near side, Schrader. Right side, Harder. Baseline, and they throw it away again. Now Schrader will run it down. Harder swoops in for the board. Another tangled inside. Another jump ball. Atlantic will have it underneath with 4:26 to go here in this first half of the Seed Pros scoreboard. 17-14 in favor of the Trojans. Kirchhoff will toss it in for the baseline, right side of the basket. Out top to Harder. Harder between the rings on the bounce. Leaves it off for Kirchhoff, top of the circle. Gets to play again from Coach Vargason. Man-to-man defense put on by the Monarchs now. Williams, Harder, drives inside. Runner no good. We've got a collision, and we're going to call a player control foul call on Peyton Harder. So the Monarchs get the ball back the other way with 4:11 to go here in this first half. Trojans up 17-14 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Pass inside is Slater. She'll bring it across. A steal by Schrader. Kirchhoff gets it for Atlantic. Top of the circle. Trojans set in the front court. Schrader right side holds the ball down low and overshoots her target. Last touch by Dennis. Unfortunate for Atlantic there. The Trojans keep the ball. And we've got a timeout call by Coach Vargason. 3:55 to go first half. Atlantic by 3, and we'll be back right after this.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
Sports on KS 95.7 and live stream at westerniowatoday.com.
3:55 to go first half. Atlantic up 17-14. Trojans inbounds from the baseline, wide side. Pass into Schrader. Looked at the tray, takes it to the elbow. Bounce pass into Harder. She'll take it to the rack. Layup is good. Harder with 8 points. Great look by Schrader. And it's 19-14 Atlantic with the lead, and a steal by Kirchhoff. Her shot missed down low, and the rebound comes off to Denison Schleswig. Schultz with the board and a bit dribbled across the timeline. Schultz drives inside, runner up, off balance, no good, and Kirchhoff with the board for Atlantic, her second rebound here defensively. She's got a few offensively as well. 3:20 to go first half. 19-14 Atlantic on the drive. Schrader back out to Wiederstein. Inside to Harder, she'll take it to the rim, layup short. And Cardenas with a rebound for Denison Schleswig, and then she throws it away. And the Trojans have the ball back right to left. With 3:09 to go here in this first half, 19-14 Atlantic. When these two teams played the first time, Atlantic had 40 turnovers, still won the game. Coach Varg talked about it. And the last several weeks, they've averaged just 16, 18 turnovers a game. Much improved value in that basketball. Back out top, Schrader, right side, Kirchhoff for Atlantic. Baseline. McLaren in the game now, down low to Harder. Back out Schrader, she'll fire the triple from the top, off the mark. Rebound Harder for Atlantic. Leaves it off for Schrader, she'll clear the traffic with 2:47 to go. Atlantic resets, 26 on the shot clock. Kirchhoff, left wing. On the dribble, pulls up, high post, Harder, right side, Schrader. Inside Williams, she'll take it to the rim. Shots on the way, no good. A travel called on Atlantic. Williams forced that one. And Inman comes back in, and out goes Schlater for Denison. The Monarchs have with 2:34 to go first half. And a 19-14 Atlantic lead. Front court, Denison Schleswig. They've been limited one bucket here in this second quarter. Atlantic outscored Denison 8-2. Schultz will fire a three to try to help things out, and she did. Schlater with the three, or Schultz rather. She has 2 threes here. And it's 19-17. Atlantic's lead cut to 2. 2:14 to go first half. Kirchhoff into Williams. High post, runner up short. Rebound inside, Peyton McLaren. Ball knocked around into Harder. Layup is good. Harder now with 10. Atlantic up 21-17. 9 answer by the Trojans. Under 2 to play first half. Schultz on the dribble against the press. Back to Chandler in the middle. She'll bring it across a half-court line. Weaves her way to the front. Right side to Schultz. Fires a deep three and missed a shot. Harder snags the rebound for Atlantic. Peyton Harder averaging 11 rebounds a game. Atlantic by 4. 1:40 to go first half. Pass over to Schrader. Into Williams from the free throw line. Fires off the glass. No. And Williams trying to get her own rebound. Everybody hitting the deck. And back to Cardenas. Denison has it. Chandler will bring it across the timeline to Schultz. 1:20 to go first half. Schultz back out top. Chandler. Left side Glynan. Back to Chandler, top of the circle. Now right side to Schultz. Schultz with a good first half offensively with 10 points. They'll work it to clear Lynan. 12 on the shot clock for Denison. Back to Schultz. She'll fire a three with a hand in her face. No good. Rebound Kirchhoff for the Trojans. 1 minute left. First half. Here comes Kirchhoff across the half-court line for the Trojans. Double teamed in a trap. Ball knocked away. Schultz has it. She'll take it down the right side. Lobs left side to Inman. Layup is up and no good. Rebound Schrader for the Trojans. Denison missed a good opportunity there. Another jump ball, and Denison has the arrow. 44 seconds on the clock, and Williams comes out and Pellet back in for Atlantic. Harder, Pellet, Peyton McLaren, Schrader, Kirchhoff. Throwing it in will be Schlater for Denison Schleswig with Schultz in there. Inman, Lynan, and Chandler. Ball batted away by Harder. They try to go low, and Harder knocked it away out top to Schrader for Atlantic. 36 seconds on the clock of the first half. Kirchhoff, left wing, baseline, Peyton McLaren. The freshman wings on a skip pass, and Pellet battling for it. We've got another jump ball. And it'll be Atlantic's basketball via the arrow with 26 seconds left. 21-17. Not a lot of rhythm here in this first half, Cody.
No, not a lot of rhythm. Both offenses are just up and down, and this has been a half of runs. So, really, who's going to settle in and who's going to score the ball more? Whoever has the most points wins at the end of the day. But really, it seems like every point is just hard earned, and it just seems like a very long, drawn out game between the points. So, who's going to settle in their offense and who's going to score the ball?
Harder out top to Pellet, left side to Kirchhoff, driving baseline. Ball knocked out of her hands, out of bounds. 11 seconds to go. Denison fans didn't agree with that.
You think?
Nope. Or yep. And they changed the call. Denison was right. You don't see that very often, but the unofficial was able to help the other guy out a little bit, and they got the call right. Denison has it. 11 seconds on the clock. Atlantic up 21-17. Inbounds, Alwyn. Chandler brings it across at 7, drives at 6, bounce pass low at 4. Pellet steals at 3. On the move is McLaren at 1, fires from half court, missed the shot. And that'll be it here in the first half. 21-17, Atlantic by 4 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Our halftime is brought to you by Olson's Fuel and Olson's BP, and your home for Godfather's Pizza.
Love is in me.
Good coaches know their players' strengths and weaknesses. They watch, evaluate, and come up with a game plan to make their team better. Like a good coach, when you bring your vehicle to McCreedy Tire, they listen to your concerns and give clear explanations on how they can help. They come up with a game plan to get your vehicle performing at its best. From tires to oil changes, brakes, engine repair, and more, McCreedy Tire can assist in all your vehicle needs and help you feel prepared for all the competitions ahead. McCreedy Tire and Service, where their game-winning service is always a slam dunk.
2-0. Monarchs tied at 2-2 in that first quarter. Atlantic went up 4-2, 6-2. They went up 9-3 at one point, but Denison Schleswig finished it off with a 9-2 run to lead 12-11 after one quarter of play. But the Trojan defense really dug in there in that second quarter, and they held the Monarchs just 5 points while Atlantic scored 10, and we're at halftime at 21-17. We'll take a look at the scoring here. Zoe Kirchhoff for Atlantic with 7 points. Katrina Williams has 4 for the Trojans, and Peyton Harder with 10, the 3 scoring for Atlantic. When you look at Denison Schleswig, Kenna Schultz leads the team with 2 threes. She's 6'8". She has 10 points here in the first half. Maya Slater with 1. She's 1 for 2 from the line. And then also Whitley Owen has a pair. Samantha Chandler has 2, and Gabby Cardenas with 2 for Denison Schleswig. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. Atlantic up 21-17. We're at halftime. Brought to you by Olson's BP and Olson's Fuel. And your home for Godfather's Pizza.
Colton, with you more involved.
Get to the Super Bowl for Glow Bowling on Friday and Saturday nights. Perfect for birthdays, reunions, family and friend get-togethers, and date nights. They even have bumpers and ramps for the little ones. Glow Bowling. All the glow-in-the-dark fun you love. Plus, the friendly competition of bowling makes for a great night. Call Dan to schedule your next party at 243-4656. Glow Bowling on Friday and Saturday nights at the Super Bowl. Highway 71 in Atlantic.
Hi everyone, it's Caitlin with your Atlantic Hy-Vee. Have you signed up or upgraded to our Perks program yet? It is free to you and gives you instant savings. If you're not signed up, no worries. We can in-store, while you're shopping, or at the checkout, sign you up. Super quick, super easy for the instant savings. No need to wait. Scan the card, you got the deals. Deals so good you won't find them anywhere else. Have you signed up or upgraded to our Perks program yet? It is free to you and gives you instant savings. We can in-store, while you're shopping, or at the checkout, sign you up. As always, thank you for shopping your Atlantic Hy-Vee.
The perfect companion is waiting for you at the Fish Store and Pet Center in Atlantic. Pick out a furry guinea pig, hamster, or mouse. Maybe something feathered. They have an aviary full of birds to choose from. What about something scaly, like a snake, lizard, or hermit crab? And it's in their name. A wide variety of fish are available at the Fish Store and Pet Center. Get all the food and accessories you need to keep that new addition to your family happy and healthy. The Fish Store and Pet Center in Atlantic, a pet lover's paradise.
5.7 and live stream at westerniowatoday.com.
Welcome back. Halftime here in Atlantic, and our guest is our color guy and our videographer, Cody McCreedy, here at halftime, and we're going to talk about boys swimming. Cody, an educator, also the head boys swim coach here in Atlantic, and regionals coming up tomorrow, Cody, and tell us what you expect here.
Yes, we have regionals tomorrow at the Valley, which is kind of a newer pool for the boys. Not a lot of boys that swim at this pool, so it's a different venue than what we're used to, but the teams are kind of what we're used to seeing. As in, we haven't seen Valley, we haven't seen Dowling Catholic this year, but Southeast Polk we have seen at the Larry White Invitational. We saw Lewis Central twice this year. Des Moines Hoover we saw at the Hoover Invitational, but we haven't seen Des Moines East either. But some quality teams that the boys are going to be going up against. We have some great teams in Dowling Catholic. Dowling Catholic has the number one swimmer in the state of Iowa in the 50-yard freestyle and the 100-yard freestyle. So, looking forward to seeing what our guys can do against these very, very good swimmers. And, at the end of the day, we're right now looking at the outside looking in, but with the workouts that the boys have been putting in this week and really digging down into the fundamentals and seeing, okay, where can we shave off this time and the relay starts and really getting the starts going, kind of fiddling with the relay, who's going first, who's going last, kind of fiddling with that a little bit, getting the person with the best dive first and some other guys that have some better relay starts instead of their starting dive in toward the end of the race. So just really digging down to the fundamentals and just breaking everything down step by step and trying to figure out how we can shave as much time off as we can so we can make it to that state meet.
Cody, we'll get to some of your prospects or what you think might get in, but how do you get in? How do you qualify for the state swim meet?
Yeah, so it's a little different. So in swimming, it's just one class, whereas, basketball here, you have 4 classes of basketball. It's 4 or 5 in girls, so I can't remember, but all I know is in swimming, there's only 1.
Yes.
So you have those big schools like Waukee, Sioux City, all the Des Moines schools, Council Bluffs schools. You have all the Cedar Rapids schools, Linn-Mar, Cedar Falls. Those big schools, 5A schools that you see battle each other in 5A basketball games. We're in the same district as they are. We're in the same class as they are.
It's all classes, yeah.
Yeah, so the top 24 relays make it to state, and the top 32 individuals per event make it to state. So the events they swim on Saturday are the only events they can swim, they can qualify for that state meet. So it's the top 32 teams from all 6 sites on Saturday and the top 24 relay teams that make it to that state meet in Iowa City.
Well, let's talk about your prospects. What do you think you can get in?
We got quite a bit of prospects, and Alex Liss in the 50-yard freestyle, he's got a pretty good time. Just got to get really, the 50 is just kind of a coin flip when it comes to it. You can get a 22.5 or a 22.4, and that 22.5 is going to keep you out of the state meet, but that 22.4 is going to get you in, and that's just a finish right there or a blink. So, but that's his best race, and that's one that I think he could, if he really gets out and has a good race, really hits his turn. I mean, he's been kind of hit and miss with that turn this year. We've really been working on that this week. But if he hits that turn and really gets out well, I think he has a good shot of making it to that state swim meet in that 50-yard freestyle. Keaton Reekin in his butterfly is another really Keaton was one of those boys that we didn't, I saw him swim the butterfly in practice, and I'm like, you should probably really try that 100-yard butterfly in a race, and went out and went under a minute, which is really good for the butterfly. He's got to drop 2 seconds, which I think we are close with him. He's really, really close. Just what we've been doing this week is working on his underwater, because on the butterfly stroke, you swim faster underwater on that start than you do above water, and trying to get him to as far underwater and going as far underwater as he possibly can until he has the surface to swim the stroke. So that's going to be another one I'm looking at. And all three of the relays have a really good shot of making it. We're top 30 in the state in all of our relays. So those are really close. Like I said, they take top 24. So it's not like we're in the ball game. I mean, we're close enough that a good race will get us in, but a good race will have to get us in. So really it's just on the boys now, really just telling them, hey, you guys got to eat your pasta tonight. You got to get to bed, have a good breakfast in the morning. It's just the little things like that. And those things, if those boys are disciplined and do those things, they have a better shot of making the state meet. But really it's on them. Are the boys disciplined? Can they do this? And I can only suggest it. It's on them to actually do it. So, but knowing these boys, they're disciplined enough, they'll do it. So I'm excited for the meet. I'm nervous for the meet. I think we have the, as a coach, you want them to get there, and you stay up all night trying to figure out, okay, what can I do to get them to the state meet? But at the end of the day, I got to realize that it's on them now, and I think we have a good shot. I'm really excited for tomorrow, and we'll see how it all shakes out. 7 p.m. tomorrow night when they release who makes it to state. So, until 7 p.m., all I can do is hope and pray.
You bet, Cody. Well, thank you, Coach McCreedy, joining us here at halftime. Brought to you by Olson's BP and Olson's Fuel, your home for Godfather's Pizza.
Love is in the air in the month.
Outfitters Plus in Atlantic is making it easier for teams, coaches, groups, and you to host your group's orders online with their online store. Custom printed shirts, sweatshirts, all of your team apparel. Outfitters will design the graphics, post them on the web, give you the link to share with your team or group, and they can order themselves, all online. No more order forms to lose, sizes to keep track of, or money to hold on to. Let Outfitters Plus set up an online store for your team or group today. Give them a call at 243-4379. That's 243-4379. Outfitters Plus in Atlantic.
Yes, 95.7 and live stream at westerniowatoday.com.
Welcome back to Atlantic. 21-17, the Trojans on top. We'll see what both coaches here will make adjustments here at halftime, and Atlantic will come out on the defensive end. Dennis will throw the ball in first. Atlantic with Harder and Kirchhoff, Williams, Schrader, Pellet, the starters, and Denison Schleswig the same way with Inman, Line, and Schultz, Slater, and Allen. Out top is Allen. 17 for Denison Schleswig in that first half. They were held to just 5 points in that second quarter. Outscored Atlantic 12-11 in the first. Denison Schleswig has the ball in the first. Driving no good, and rebound come out to Harder. Allen tried the drive, and now Atlantic with the basketball. 7:35 to go third quarter, just in a way second half. Pass right side of Pellet. There goes baseline to Kirchhoff. Looks into Harder, now a dribble drive, and throws it away. Steal by Schultz. And Schultz will bring it across the half line for Monarchs. Schultz right side down low, and the ball knocked away by Williams. Atlantic has it back. Schrader on the move. Nice weave inside, layup good. Schrader with the bucket for Atlantic, her first two of the game. And the Trojans take a 23-17 lead of the Seed Pro scoreboard. Back out top, clear line, and she'll swing it right side. Whitley Allen. Whitley with the ball on the right wing, and she'll bring it back between the rings. Atlantic by 6. Allen holds, swings it right to Claire Linen. Line on the bounce, back down. Atlantic packed into that 1-2-2 zone defense. Ball looped to Schultz, down low, and Williams almost got the steal. Monarchs get it back. Kick out top, Allen. Linen a long three. Two-hand push is no good. And a whistle from the outside official. I believe the clock was running out. Atlantic gets the ball back with 6:32 to go here in this third stanza. Monarchs drop back in a half-court defense. We'll see if they go with a man. That's what they had in the second quarter. They do come out of a man defense. Schrader left wing. Inside Harder. Over to Williams and batted away by Slater inside. Kick out to Schultz. Count of Schultz across the half-court line for Denison. Baseline. Allen out left side. Throws it away to Linen. 23-17 Atlantic. Another turnover, Denison Schleswig. Trojans will have the ball back as Schrader takes the inbound. She'll bring it across to Kirchhoff, top of the circle. Linen on Kirchhoff. She'll direct the pass left side. Schrader into Williams. Williams lose the ball and picked up by Allen. A foul called on Williams, kind of a frustration foul. And the Monarchs get the ball on the sideline with 5:54 to go third quarter. Low-scoring game, 23-17. And Coach Ferguson wants a timeout, and we'll take it with him. We're back in 30 seconds on 95.7 FM, our live video stream, Western Iowa Today TV.
Southwest Iowa trainer.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
Now, back to Atlantic Trojan Sports on KS 95.7 and live stream at westerniowatoday.com.
Monarchs with the basketball down by 6 points, 23-17, 5:45 to go third quarter. Atlantic with the lead on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Line at top of the circle. Works the ball, and she traveled with it, drug that pivot foot. She wanted to go left wing and then changed her mind, and the Trojans get the ball back. Schrader will throw it in, far sideline. And to Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff uncontested across the half-court line. Atlantic sets it up. Kirchhoff over to Pellet right wing. Harder covered nicely by Cardenas. They're going to have to kick out to Schrader. Now Harder inside, lose the handle, run down by Inman. And the Monarchs get the ball back the other way. They'll move the front court quickly. Out top to Claire Linen. Near side to Inman. Back to Linen, top of the circle, right side to Schultz. Schultz skip pass low. Allen on the drive, shot up no good, and a foul called on Pellet going in. 5:10 to go third quarter. 23-17, Trojans on top of the Seed Pro scoreboard, and we're going to see Allen at the free throw line to shoot a pair for Denison Schleswig. First one on the way and good. Whitney Allen with 3 points. 23-18. The Monarchs close the gap to 5. Second free throw by Allen forthcoming. Shooting about 41% of the free throw line. She missed the second. And Harder snags the board for Atlantic. Back out top to Schrader. 5 minutes left, third quarter. Schrader top of the circle, right side to Richter. Richter back to Schrader, right baseline. Schrader kicks it out top. Kirchhoff inside Williams and outside Schrader. She'll launch the three ball. Good! Schrader with 5 points here in the second half. All 5 in the second half. 26-18. Allen, Schultz across the half-court line, back to Allen, right wing. Dumps into Cardenas. She pivots, kick out top, and knocked away by Kirchhoff. Boy, it's good to see Schrader hit those threes, Cody, and they need that with the pressure put on Harder night in and night out.
Yeah, and in this kind of game, that seemed like a big three, even in the third quarter. With points being so hard to get in this game, a three was huge in this situation to put them up 8 points here.
Give it a go low, and Schrader with the pass from Schultz. Missed the layup, but draws the foul. Good look by Schultz. So Maya Schrader to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Schrader on the season, averaging 8.3 a game. She shoots about 57% from the line. She's 40 of 70, so she's been able to get to the free throw line a lot, and she makes that free throw good. And it's a 26-19 Atlantic lead. Second free throw coming up for Maya Schrader. Trying to make it a 6-point game, in flight, in and out. Rebound Harder for Atlantic. 26-19 Trojans on the Seed Pro scoreboard. 4:20 to go, third quarter. Schrader top of the circle. High post to Harder. Harder back out top to Kirchhoff. One bounce and pass to Schrader. Baseline to Richter. Bounce pass low to Harder. Schrader, Kirchhoff left wing. One bounce, runner up. No good off the heel. Rebound Harder for Atlantic. The Trojans regain the ball. Richter. She'll drive inside the paint. Ball batted away by Chandler. Picked up by Cardenas. Kick out to Schultz. Pass ahead to Allen. Allen head fake, drives inside. Short runner up and missed. Rebound Cardenas. Put back is good. Cardenas gets the pair and a foul called on Atlantic. Cardenas will get the and one, and off the bench is Peyton McLaren for the Trojans. Cardenas with 4 points off the bench for Denison Schleswig. And try to make the and one. It's 26-21. Trojans lead at cut to 5, and Cardenas will have a free throw coming here for Denison Schleswig at 3:46 to go, third quarter. Free throw on the way, no good off the back iron, and knocked out of bounds. Nope, Schrader gets it for Atlantic. On the move to front court. Out to McLaren, baseline Kirchhoff. Driving, slithers in, shot no, Cardenas foul. And that'll put Kirchhoff on the free throw line for a pair. 26-21 Atlantic with the lead. And Zoe Kirchhoff averaging 6.4 a game. 3.3 rebounds a contest. 10 of 26 from the stripe. Shooting about 38.5% from the free throw line. Free throw good. Kirchhoff with 6 points. And it's a 27-21 Atlantic lead on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Second free throw by Kirchhoff, and it is up and in. Kirchhoff, and check that, Kirchhoff has 9. She had 5 in the first quarter. 28-21 Atlantic. Denison Schleswig to the front court. Right side to Chandler, back out top to Schultz, left wing to Allen. High post, Slater. Right side Chandler, Schultz top of the circle. Guarded by Schrader, driving Schultz, runner off the glass, good! Schultz got the bucket for Denison Schleswig. And it's a 28-23 Atlantic lead of the Seed Pro scoreboard. 3:10 to go, first quarter. Kirchhoff top of the circle for the Trojans. Pivots, gave up her dribble, leaves it off, but Peyton McLaren, the freshman, top of the circle. 3 minutes left, give it a go down low to Wiederstein, layup good! What a great look by McLaren. Wiederstein breaking for the basket.
Yeah, and Tom, this seems like a game that's going to be the first one to 35 is going to win this thing. So, that's a big basket there to get them closer to 35.
I'm going to say 40.
You're going to say 40?
I'll say 40. We'll do the over-under here.
All right, sounds good to me.
High post, Slater off the glass, high, no good. Rebound comes off to Allen. Her drive, scoop shot, good. Tough shot by Allen. She has 5 points, and it's 30-25, and we got a timeout called on the floor, and we'll take it with them. We're back in a half a minute, 95.7 FM, and live video streamed on WesternIowaToday.com TV.
Outfitters Plus in Atlantic is making it easier for teams, coaches, groups, and you to host your group's orders online with their online store. Custom printed shirts, sweatshirts, all of your team apparel. Outfitters will design the graphics, post them on the web, give you the link to share with your team or group, and they can order themselves, all online. No more order forms to lose, sizes to keep track of, or money to hold on to. Let Outfitters Plus set up an online store for your team or group today. Give them a call at 243-4379. That's 243-4379. Outfitters Plus in
KS 95.7 and live stream at WesternIowaToday.com.
2:31 to play, third quarter. Atlantic up 30-25 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Trojans with a basketball. McKenna Schrader will throw it in baseline. And now the Monarchs put some pressure on. Schrader looks for Cutter, finds Kirchhoff. 2:29 to go, 2:28, third quarter. Kirchhoff on the bounce. Guarded by Chandler, clears the half-court line. Down the left side, pulls up her dribble, back out top to Schrader. Schrader right side of Wiederstein. Harder sets up on the high post, now goes right wing. Wiederstein looks out top. McLaren back to Kirchhoff, top of the circle. 12 on the shot clock. Schrader back out to Harder, top of the circle. Open, she'll fire the three. Yeah, Harder. Schrader with the assist and Harder with the three ball for Atlantic. Her first buckets here in the second half, 33-25 Trojans. And she was wide open, top of the circle. Schultz left side, back out to Allen. Schultz again, looks for Cutter. Atlantic in the 1-2-2 zone, high post to Schlater, driving, shot up and it is good. Schlater with a nice dribble drive. And she has 4 points, 33-27 Atlantic. Trojans had the ball back with 1:30 to go on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Peyton McLaren, left wing, back out to Schrader. Kirchhoff, right wing. Wiederstein, Harder, left side. Looks inside, kick out top Schrader. She'll launch the triple, no good. Rebound loose, and Wiederstein and Schultz battle for it. We've got a jump ball. Atlantic will keep possession on the arrow, and Pellet comes in for Peyton McLaren. With 1:13 to go on the clock here in the third quarter. Boys game coming up next. We've got senior night coming up tonight, as well as alumni recognition celebrating 50 years of Atlantic Trojan basketball. Schrader left wing with the ball. Driving, Gives up her dribble. Give it a go to Harder, and we got a foul called on Schlater reaching in. That was a good look. Harder breaking for the basket. A high-low play, and Kirchhoff will throw it in with 63 seconds on the clock. Third quarter, lining up 33-27, the Seed Pro scoreboard. Kirchhoff to throw it in. Looks for some, got to get rid of it here. There's 5 seconds. No one open for Atlantic. And the Monarchs get the ball back in the turnover as Candace Schultz will throw it in to Allen. Pass ahead to Chandler. Chandler to the elbow, drives inside, kick out right side. Here's Inman for three, no good. Rebound back to Allen, short J in the lane, no, and rebound Wiederstein for the Trojans. Atlantic will move to the front with 48 seconds on the clock. Third quarter, Kirchhoff. Back left side to Pellet. Wiederstein, left baseline, holds the ball above her head, then she throws it away. Schrader was breaking, and it's going to be Denison Schleswig's basketball in their front court, near sideline. Off the bench, Leinen. Cardenas will come in as well. Cardenas off the bench has played well for the Monarchs here in the first half. Cardenas just a junior, averaging 2.7 a game. She has 4 points in this one, a 5'10 junior. Monarchs with it, high post, Slater. Right side, Leinen. Allen throws it away. Pellet with a steal for Atlantic. 25 seconds to go, third quarter. Pellet pass ahead to Schrader. Skip past Wiederstein, back out top Kirchhoff, 18 on the clock. Atlantic in the front court, 15 on the shot clock. Kirchhoff, top of the circle, guarded by Leinen, dribbles down inside. Give it a go to Wiederstein. Shot blocked by Cardenas with 7 seconds on the clock. Allen hurries to the front court at 3. Down to 2, will fire at 1, and it is no good, and that's it. Here in the third quarter, 33-27 Atlantic with the lead. Fresh 8 will go on the board.
Hi everyone, it's Caitlin with your...
The perfect companion is waiting for you at the Fish Store and Pet Center in Atlantic. Pick out a furry guinea pig, hamster, or mouse. Maybe something feathered. They have an aviary full of birds to choose from. What about something scaly, like a snake, lizard, or hermit crab? And it's in their name. A wide variety of fish are available at the Fish Store and Pet Center. Get all the food and accessories you need to keep that new addition to your family happy and healthy. The Fish Store and Pet Center in Atlantic, a pet lover's paradise.
First Winnie Bank is the longest standing locally owned bank in Atlantic, and as such, we take pride in how we serve our community. For generations, we have been involved with our customers and their families by getting involved in community events and by supporting technology and teaching financial literacy in our schools. You'll also see our support of athletics on the scoreboards at home events. It's this involvement that allows us to know our customers and their families for generations. First Winnie Bank, the only bank you'll ever need. Member FDIC.
.7. Welcome back. Atlantic outscoring the Monarchs just 12-10 in that third quarter. Trojans' second quarter was the difference of a 10-5 run there. Monarchs led 12-11 after one quarter play. Dennis with the basketball underneath the Schultz. He's been held in check in the second half. Allen back inside. Slater to steal by Harder. Picked up by Pellet. And the Trojans have possession. Backcourt drive. Here's Kirchhoff. Across the half-court line against Leinen. Right side of Pellet. Picked up by Schultz. High post Williams. Left side Kirchhoff. Harder, top of the circle. Wide open. Spins up a three. And knocks it down. Harder with her second three here in the second half. And Atlantic with a 36-27 advantage. Here's Leinen with it for the Monarchs in the top. Allen loops it low. Schlater back out top to Schultz. 7:13 to go in the game. And the ball tipped away by Harder. Picked up left side by Inman, and she can't make the shot, and Williams hits the deck. And got a foul going to be called, I believe. It's on Denison Schleswig. Atlantic will have the ball. 7:07 to play. Atlantic up 36-27. They can go up by double digits with a basket here. Their largest lead is 9 here in the contest. Pellet breaks, takes the bouncer inside. Back out to Schrader. Schrader in the middle, gets the pressure, clears the half-court line left to right, works between the rings. Under 7 to play here in the fourth quarter. Harder. Williams, give it a go. Lose the handle, back out to Kirchhoff. Dribble drive baseline, kick out Schrader. She'll launch the three ball. Good! Schrader knocked it down. Her second three. She has 8. 39-27. A big shot by Schrader. She had 3 threes against Red Oak on Tuesday night. Schultz with the ball in the backcourt for Denison. Near side to Leinen. Back out top to Allen. 6.5 to play. Leinen, left wing. Looks low to Schlater. Guarded by Harder. Back out to Leinen. Allen at the top. 6:20 to go in the game. 39-27, 12-point lead for the Trojans. Schultz, top of the circle. High post Schlater. Atlantic rotating nicely in the D. Over to Allen for 3. Off the glass, no. Harder rebound Atlantic, and the Trojans can extend their lead now with 6:05 to play fourth quarter. Kirchhoff across the half-court line to Harder. Harder works the ball over to Williams. Williams left side to Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff holds the ball out, looks for Pellet out top. Now skip pass to Williams, off for fingertips out of bounds. Turnover Trojans. Schultz will trigger for Denison Schleswig. With 5:52 left, and Chandler will come in for Leinen. Schultz, Owen in the game, along with Inman, Chandler, and Cardenas. Owen will take the inbounds pass. Atlantic puts pressure on. Pellet on Allen, back to Schultz, got by Peyton McLaren. Back out to Allen, top of the circle. On the drive, runner up, short, rebound Allen again. And we've got a jump ball with Pellet grabbing it. Atlantic gets the arrow. They'll have it 5:40 to play here in this fourth quarter on the Seed Pro scoreboard. The Trojans will kick it in. McLaren, the freshman down the far side, back to the middle. Gives up her dribble, launch ahead of McKenna Schrader. Schrader will take it to the rim. Ball is knocked off the toe of Schultz. Lenny gets a break there. Trojans 4-5 in the conference, 7-12 overall. Denison Schleswig even in Hawkeye 10 play at 4-4, and they're 8-9 in conference play. Harder takes the inbounds, baseline Schrader. She'll launch the 3, no good. Harder rebound, put back is good. Harder with another basket. And we've got a timeout called as Atlantic now up 41-27 the Seed Pro scoreboard. We'll take a break, and we're back right after this 1-minute timeout.
Are you ready to be part of something bigger? I'm Myron Stein, president of Stein Seed Company. We're seeking exceptional individuals like you to join our team as independent sales representatives. If you're passionate about agriculture, ready to make a difference, and want unlimited earning potential, join the Stein team as an ISR. To learn more about open positions near you, contact your local Stein RSA, Darren Petty, at area code 712-249-5884.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
On KS 95.7 and live stream at westerniowatoday.com.
Welcome back. 5:22 to play. 41-27. Atlantic up by 14 points, and Monarchs have the ball after the timeout. They'll work the ball to Schultz. Still the backcourt, clears the half-court line to Inman. She's been held down tonight by the Trojans 1-2-2 zone. Pass left side, Chandler looks down low to Inman. Scoop pass to Cardenas, layup up and good. Great look by Inman, and Cardenas able to finish, and she has 6 points. 41-29 Trojans on the Seed Pro scoreboard, under 5 to play in the game. Harder takes it right wing. Looks out top to Pellet. Pellet will send it to Schrader left wing. Give it to go to Harder, down low, too far under, now to Pellet. She stepped out of bounds. That pass led her underneath the basket, and the Monarchs get the ball back.
Yeah, and it seems like the Monarchs here, they're pushing the ball down the court here. They got to score fast here with 4:44 left in the game. So expect them to go fast here and try to get, some threes up to cut the lead here.
Well, you talked about that. Schultz had a 3, and she was covered nicely with a hand in her face. She had to pull up and kick out top.
Yeah, I mean, they know exactly what they're going to do here. It's kind of pretty obvious here. You only have 29 points. You got to get the points, as quick as possible. And so the three-pointer there would cut the lead to 9. So it's just, if you can get that open 3, it would be great for them. But, it looks like they're just going to have to try to score really anything here because just points for Denison tonight have been really hard to come by.
Now one into Cardenas, and it's stolen away by Harder in the hands of Peyton McLaren, the freshman. Pass ahead to Kirchhoff. Left side of Pellet. 4:16 on the clock. Harder high post for the Trojans. Right side of Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff looks back out top. Schrader on the drive, layup up, and it is good. Schrader having herself a night for Atlantic. Schrader in the second half has 10 points total all in the second half. Atlantic at 43-29. Monarchs in the front court, 3:50 to play. Into Cardenas. Driving, shot blocked by Pellet. Kick out to McLaren. Atlantic gets the ball back. Pellet back to Kirchhoff, top of the circle. Trojans have possession now in the front court. Pellet, great job. She'll line up on the right wing. Harder back out top, and a steal by Schultz. She'll go the distance. She lays it up for the right side. Good. Schultz held down here in the second half with just 4 points, and we got a timeout. 43-31. Atlantic's lead is cut to 12 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Back in 30 seconds.
Whether you have a
Gas prices got you down? Need a ride to work or the grocery store? There's public transportation for everyone in Southwest Iowa. SWITA offers taxi service in Atlantic, Glenwood, Harlan, Missouri Valley, Red Oak, and Shenandoah. $2.50 each way or $2 for seniors 60 years and older. Just call 1-800-842-8065 or visit swita.com to schedule your ride.
30 to play in the game. Atlantic up 43-31. The game far from decided here. It's Trojan will trigger with Schrader throwing it in, and now Denison Schleswig full court press into Pellet. Pellet in the backcourt, back to Schrader down the far sideline. He's going to get trapped, kicks out to Pellet to the middle, and they'll clear the half-court line. Kirchhoff, top of the circle. Atlantic can milk the clock here a little bit. Give it a go to Harder. Layup is good. They didn't waste any time.
Yeah, I mean, they want to melt the clock, but when you have a look that wide open, you got to take it.
Well, that was a great pass into Peyton Harder. We've got a whistle, and
the power went out.
The scoreboard went blank. Just like that. Not sure if we had something unplugged, and I think they got it fixed maybe. So the scoreboard has gone blank, and they'll work on getting that fixed up. We can tell you the score is 45-31 of the Seed Pro scoreboard. We'll take a timeout. We're back right after this. When the area is lit up, we may keep it right here. Well, let's just take a quick timeout. We're back right after this.
Outfitters Plus in Atlantic is making it easier for teams, coaches, groups, and you to host your group's orders online with their online store. Custom printed shirts, sweatshirts, all of your team apparel. Outfitters will design the graphics, post them on the web, give you the link to share with your team or group, and they can order themselves, all online. No more order forms to lose, sizes to keep track of, or money to hold on to. Let Outfitters Plus set up an online store for your team or group today. Give them a call at 243-4379. That's 243-4379, Outfitters Plus in Atlantic.
To come unplug, Cody. They got it fixed in a hurry. Chandler inside. Inman turns, shoots, scores. Inman with the bucket for Denison Schleswig. And for Inman, that's her first basket of the game. 45-33. Atlantic's lead is 12. Foul called on Chandler with 2:50 to play. So I think we've got to senior night between games, and we'll recognize some alumni. This is 50th year of Atlantic Trojan basketball, quite a tradition. I know your mother, Shelby, was on that state championship team back in the 90s.
Yep, back when it was 6-on-6.
6-on-6. So we'll see her and her teammates, I'm sure, some of them here this evening to be recognized between the games. And now we've got another meeting at the bench with 2:50 to go here in the game. We'll check in with our sponsors. We're back right after this.
Work seems a lot.
Colton, with you more involved with farming, what have you observed?
Farmers don't just work harder, they farm smarter.
We've definitely seen that with the Enlist weed control system.
Oh yeah, application is dictated by the grow stage, not a set date on the calendar, and you can take mix with liberty.
Plus you have a post program that you don't have to worry about drifting into neighboring fields.
Nailed it. To learn more, contact the Seed Pros. The Seed Pros, with you from the word go.
The Seed Pros, Mark Bantecker, Gary Dinklet, Nick Knutson, and John Becker.
Here's 2:50 to play, 45-33 in the Seed Pro scoreboard. Denison Schleswig led 12-11. They finished that first quarter in a 9-2 run, but Atlanta came out of that second quarter, outscored the Monarchs by the score of 10-5, and then led at 27 to 21 at the halftime break. They opened up a 33-27 lead, and still trying to figure out what's going on here at the score sheet. 2:50 to go in the game. Atlantic will trigger from the far sideline. Owl put pressure on the trigger girl, Schrader. She'll get it in easily to Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff across the half-court line for Atlantic. Boys game coming up next. First meeting between Denison and Atlantic this season. Harder high and right. Left side to Kirchhoff. Kirchhoff holds the ball with 2:35 to go. Atlantic can milk a little clock here. 18 on the shot clock. Kirchhoff back out top. Over to Pellet. Pellet inside, threw it away. Schultz got a hand, or Inman got a handout out to Allen. Allen pulls over the elbow. No look pass, Inman left baseline. Back out top to Chandler. Chandler on the drive, cut off. Schultz, deep three, good! Schultz hit a bomb from the right side for Denison Schleswig. And now it's a 45-36 Trojan advantage, down to single digits. And Kirchhoff angles left on the dribble. Looks baseline, nothing there. Back out to Harder, and that's going to be a timeout Atlantic. Coach Varr calling a timeout. We're back right after these.
Have you ever heard the saying?
Olson's BP in Atlantic is the Keep You Going store, and they'll keep you going all day long with breakfast selections like breakfast burritos, breakfast sandwiches, and breakfast staples like biscuits and gravy. For lunch, what better place to stop than Olson's BP? With burgers, Champ's chicken sandwiches, and Godfather's personal pizzas, you're sure to be refueled for that afternoon grind. And after a long day of work, let Olson's BP do the cooking for you. Hot and fresh Champ's chicken with all the sides and every kind of pizza topping you can think of on your Godfather's pizza. It's Olson's BP on 2nd Street in Atlantic, the Keep You Going store.
Gas prices got you down? Need a ride to work or the grocery store? There's public transportation for everyone in Southwest Iowa. SWITA offers taxi service in Atlantic, Glenwood, Harlan, Missouri Valley, Red Oak, and Shenandoah. $2.50 each way or $2 for seniors 60 years and older. Just call 1-800-842-8065 or visit swita.com to schedule your
Trojan Sports on KS 95.7 and live stream at westerniowatoday.com.
And powered by Nishtonet. So Atlantic will inbounds the ball after timeout with 1:56 to play. Score brought to you by the Seed Pros. Atlantic up 45-36. They led by double digits. 45-33 at one point. Kirchhoff on the dribble, top of the circle. Looks for a cutter. Now she'll take it down the right baseline. Pulls up. Looks for Harder. Now takes the shot. No good. Rebound Harder. And ball taken away by Allen. She loses the handle. It's batted out of bounds. And they're going to say it was last touched by Allen. So Atlanta gets the ball back with $1:40 to go in the game on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Trojans will throw it in with Schrader on that far sideline. 45-36, Atlantic by 9. Atlantic in a stack. They'll break, and they'll kick it out to Kirchhoff. Clock down to 1:38 to go. Kirchhoff top of the circle. Leaves it off out top. And oh, now we got a whistle and a foul called on Cardenas. That'll be her third. I like the way Cardenas plays. She's physical for the Monarchs off the bench. Cardenas has been pretty active, 5'10" junior. She's going to be a big part of this team next year. Kirchhoff will throw it in baseline left. Kick out top to Harder. Pellet, 1.5 to play. Schrader left wing, guarded by Allen closely, and she'll bring it back out top to Kirchhoff with 27 seconds on the shot clock. Kirchhoff off the screen. Looks for a cutter, and now skip pass to Schrader. 19 the shot clock. Schrader drives back to Williams. Pellet on the right elbow. 1:10 to go. Harder driving, scoop shot, no, but she draws the foul. Nice move by Harder down the right block, and she'll get the two-shot foul here with 1:07 to play. And a 45-36. Atlantic lead by 9 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Harder to the free throw line. Peyton Harder free throws on the way, and it is no good. Harder with 4 in the first quarter. She had 10 at half, 13, 16, and she has 20 points. Second free throw is good, 21 for Harder. And Atlanta goes up by 10, 46-36. Trojans with the ball in the front court. Down low to Monarchs. No good. Harder with a rebound for Atlantic. 10-point Trojan lead. Pass over to Kirchhoff. 55 seconds on the clock. Kirchhoff clears the half-court line. Alex Schrader. Schrader looks for a cutter and a reach and foul on Allen. And that's 5 on Denison now, and Atlantic will shoot 2 shots from the free throw line. Schrader will shoot them. About a 34.8% free throw shooter this season. She's 8 of 23. She has 10 points on the night. She had 13 on Tuesday. She's becoming a scorer for Atlantic. Schrader will have a pair here with 47 seconds on the clock. Schrader eyes the rim. The sophomore will put it up and in. Second free throw come up for Schrader. Atlantic goes up 47-36 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Second free throw for Schrader. She has 11 points, and it is no good. Rebound comes off to the Inman for the Monarchs. Schultz across the timeline to Allen on the drive. Allen, baseline. Inman almost throws it away, and Schultz retrieves it. 35 seconds to go. Allen into Cardenas. Shot up no good. Rebound inside by Inman. A foul called on Schrader. And that'll put the Monarchs on the free throw line for a pair of that shooting foul. Inman will shoot him. Addison Inman with 2 points tonight. She entered the contest averaging right about 3 a game. So the free throws by Inman on the way, and first one is no good. Second one coming up for Inman, the 5'9" senior. 31% free throw shooter, 6 of 20 now in the season. 32 seconds left. Atlantic up by 11 on the Seed Pros. Scoreboard free throw is no good. The rebound, though, comes off to Claire Linen. For the Monarchs, they've got to hurry here. The trap in the corner. Timeout called by Denison with 27 seconds on the clock. We're back right after this.
Rolling Hills Bank and Trust.
Here at Rolling Hills Bank and Trust, we're dedicated to agriculture. That's why we offer various services that fit your growing ag needs. All our decisions are made locally by experienced lenders that truly understand the unique challenges of your operation. We're large enough to handle all your lending needs, yet small enough not to lose that personal touch. Our dedicated loan officers want to work with you to help your operation grow and thrive. Feel free to stop in and talk about how we can help your business succeed. Rolling Hills Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Good coaches know their players' strengths and weaknesses. They watch, evaluate, and come up with a game plan to make their team better. Like a good coach, when you bring your vehicle to McCreedy Tire, they listen to your concerns and give clear explanations on how they can help. They come up with a game plan to get your vehicle performing at its best. From tires to oil changes, brakes, engine repair, and more, McCreedy Tire can assist in all your vehicle needs and help you feel prepared for all the competitions ahead. McCreedy Tire and Service, where their game-winning service is always a slam dunk.
Eight points. We're back right after this.
Hi everyone, it's Caitlin with your
Outfitters Plus in Atlantic is making it easier for teams, coaches, groups, and you to host your group's orders online with their online store. Custom printed shirts, sweatshirts, all of your team apparel. Outfitters will design the graphics, post them on the web, give you the link to share with your team or group, and they can order themselves, all online. No more order forms to lose, sizes to keep track of, or money to hold on to. Let Outfitters Plus set up an online store for your team or group today. Give them a call at 243-4379. That's 243-4379. Outfitters Plus in Atlantic.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
Basketball as they Kick it in harder into Kirchhoff. She'll be fouled right away by Allen with 14 seconds on the clock. Trojans second quarter, they regained the lead. They trailed 12-11 after one. They led 23-17 at the halftime break and never trailed after that. They opened up an 12-point lead, I should say. And Keely Peterson and Bill Berg will check in. Kirchhoff at the line for the Trojans. Kirchhoff eyes the rim. Free throw up and good. Kirchhoff, 3-6 his 10 for the game. 48-39 Atlantic with the lead with 14 seconds to go. Second free throw by Kirchhoff coming up for the Trojans. Kirchhoff eyes the rim. Ball in flight. Good. Kirchhoff makes them both. 49-39 Atlantic by 10. Monarchs with the ball in the front court with Chandler. 11 seconds, 10 to go on the clock. Schultz. Left baseline, knocked away harder, picked up by Allen at 6, fires a bomb at 5, missed his shot. Keely Peterson off her toe out of bounds. It'll be Monarchs basketball with 1.7 to go, and Atlantic will win this one tonight. Trojans with the win have one regular season game left. That's at Harlan Tuesday, and then they'll head to Gowrie, Iowa to play Southeast Valley in the tournaments on February 10th. Inbounds pass to Slater, missed a shot. And this thing is final, 49-39. The Atlantic with the win tonight over Denison Schleswig. And they sweep the Monarchs here this season. They won the first one on November the 21st. They come back with a win here by 10. Atlantic will go to 8-12 of the season. Denison Schleswig 8-10. We'll take a timeout. We're back in 2 minutes to wrap things up here and get ready for the boys' game.
Whether you have a furry,
After years of wondering why I see more runners than other athletes, I figured it out. Well, a sophomore hurdler explained it to me. This is Dr. Fritz Beyer of Body Basics Chiropractic, and he told me since my hip started acting up, I lost 1 second from my time. 1 second in a 55-second race is less than 2%, but he knew it instantly because the stopwatch told him. In other sports, there's not a stopwatch to tell you when the nagging injury takes 2% from you. To make sure you're giving your 100%, call 254-BODY to get your body back to the basics.
Gas prices got you down? Need a ride to work or the grocery store? There's public transportation for everyone in Southwest Iowa. SWITA offers taxi service in Atlantic, Glenwood, Harlan, Missouri Valley, Red Oak, and Shenandoah. $2.50 each way or $2 for seniors 60 years and older. Just call 1-800-842-8065 or visit swita.com to schedule your ride.
Get to the Super Bowl for Globe Bowling on Friday and Saturday nights. Perfect for birthdays, reunions, family and friend get-togethers, and date nights. They even have bumpers and ramps for the little ones. Globe Bowling, all the glow-in-the-dark fun you love. Plus, the friendly competition of bowling makes for a great night. Call Dan to schedule your next party at 243-4656. Globe Bowling on Friday and Saturday nights at the Super Bowl. Highway 71 in Atlantic.
That are here this evening, and there's Atlantic head coach Don Jenkins. He took his team to the state tournament multiple times with assistant Dick Cassidy, and back in the 6-on-6 days, they won it all back in 1990, and they've appeared a couple of more times in 5-on-5 hoops as they're going to be lined up down the center court. So a nice night, 50th anniversary of the Atlantic Trojans here in girls basketball, and we'll also recognize the seniors as well. And I wish I could name all those players down there, Cody. I know your mother is one of them, and her coach Don Jenkins is there. And 50 years of Atlantic Trojan basketball.
Several conference championships in 1983,
83 to win a conference championship, 89, 90, 91, 93, 94, and 99. And the photo op right now down at center court for the alumni and the Trojans. Boy, I tell you what, we sell out crowds, Cody, McCreedy. I remember standing in line to get into a girls basketball game in the early 90s when they were making that big run. Coach Vargason, Coach Cassidy, Coach Jenkins represented here tonight in the Atlantic Trojan girls current players and the alumni as well. Photograph being taken right now. Well, let's take a look at the recap here. And as I mentioned earlier, it was Denison Schleswig on a 9-2 run in that first quarter and a 12-11. But then Atlanta came back and outscored the Monarchs 10-5 in that second quarter. And the Trojans at the halftime break had the lead of 21-17. They opened up a 23-17 lead to start the third and led 33-27 after 3 quarters of play and won this from 49-39. Atlantic outscored the Monarchs 10-5 in the second quarter, 12-10 in the third quarter, and 60-12 in the final stanza to get the win tonight over Denison Schleswig. Our post-game show brought to you by Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors. We'll take a look at the scores right after this.
The Cass Health Pharmacy is now.
Hi everyone, it's Caitlin with your Atlantic Hy-Vee. Have you signed up or upgraded to our Perks program yet? It is free to you and gives you instant savings. If you're not signed up, no worries. We can in-store while you're shopping or at the checkout, sign you up. Super quick, super easy for the instant savings. No need to wait, scan the card, you got the deals. Deals so good you won't find them anywhere else. Have you signed up or upgraded to our Perks program yet? It is free to you and gives you instant savings. We can in-store while you're shopping or at the checkout, sign you up. As always, thank you for shopping your Atlantic Hy-Vee.
The perfect companion is waiting for you at the Fish Store and Pet Center in Atlantic. Pick out a furry guinea pig, hamster, or mouse. Maybe something feathered. They have an aviary full of birds to choose from. What about something scaly, like a snake, lizard, or hermit crab? And it's in their name. A wide variety of fish are available at the Fish Store and Pet Center. Get all the food and accessories you need to keep that new addition to your family happy and healthy. The Fish Store and Pet Center in Atlantic, a pet lover's paradise.
21. McKenna Schrader with 11. Zoe Kirchhoff with 11. And Katrina Williams with 4. Lila Witterstein-Porty and a couple for the Trojans. We'll take a look at the Denison scores right after this. Our post-game sponsor is Cass Health.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
Who averaged almost 14 a game coming in, leads the Monarchs with 20 points here in the ball game. And Gabby Cardenas with 6 points, 5 points for Whitley Allen, and 3 points for Maya Slater, 2 for Addison Inman, and Samantha Chandler finished the game with a pair for Denison Schleswig. Our final score 49-39. Well, Cody was kind of I guess up and down game, a game of a few runs, and Trojans come out a winner now as they'll win 2 this week to beat Red Oak on Tuesday, Denison here tonight, and they'll take on Harlan next Tuesday. We'll have the game up at Harlan on 95.7 FM, our live video stream, Western Iowa Today TV, powered by Nishtanet. Your thoughts on the girls game tonight?
Well, you know, they say a win's a win, but you know, this was an ugly win, pretty ugly game from both sides, lots of turnovers. If you're Denison, lots of offensive rebounds given up early, and it's just one that, you know, a lot of, you can take and really work on it. You know, there's a lot of things, a lot of negatives that came out of this game, but you know, if you really dig deep, you can find a lot of positives. You know, you had McKenna Schroeder really come out and have another second straight game where she scored double figures. Another great game by Peyton Harder, and you know, Zoe Kirchhoff as well had a good game as the point guard there. You know, really not going to show up in the scorebook there, but you know, handling the press very well, and you know, so a lot of positives you can take out of this game. But you know, Katrina Williams as well on the offensive board there. You know, in the first quarter, you know, she's had a lot of good offensive rebounds and just a lot of scrappy, you know, plays that, like I said, don't show up in the scoreboard or in the scorebook. So, you know, at the end of the day, you really got to look at the positives in a game like this. You know, at the end of the day, the Trojans won the game, so you can't complain too much with the win, but one that you can really improve on for the next game. So one they really, you're going to have to improve for Southeast Valley, the team that's over 500. But, you have a couple practices before that game. So really found the weaknesses that the Trojans have. So go back to practice, go back to the drawing board, work on it a little bit, and move on from there.
You bet. Well, we're going to take a 1-minute timeout. We're back with more right after this.
We are happy to announce that Rolling Hills Bank
Outfitters Plus in Atlantic is making it easier for teams, coaches, groups, and you to host your group's orders online with their online store. Custom printed shirts, sweatshirts, all of your team apparel. Outfitters will design the graphics, post them on the web, give you the link to share with your team or group, and they can order themselves, all online. No more order forms to lose, sizes to keep track of, or money to hold on to. Let Outfitters Plus set up an online store for your team or group today. Give them a call at 243-4379. That's 243-4379. Outfitters Plus in Atlantic.
Hi everyone, it's Caitlin with your Atlantic Hy-Vee. Have you signed up or upgraded to our Perks program yet? It is free to you and gives you instant savings. If you're not signed up, no worries. We can in-store, while you're shopping, or at the checkout, sign you up. Super quick, super easy for the instant savings. No need to wait. Scan the card, you got the deals. Deals so good you won't find them anywhere else. Have you signed up or upgraded to our Perks program yet? It is free to you and gives you instant savings. We can in-store, while you're shopping, or at the checkout, sign you up. As always, thank you for shopping your Atlantic Hy-Vee.
Recognized here this evening and getting set for the boys game here. We're looking forward to that one here. The first time these two teams get together, and looking at the Hawkeye 10 conference standings, Lewis Central at 8-0 leads it by a game over Kemper Catholic at 7-1. The Titans are 12-3 overall, and the Knights are 14-2. The Denison Schleswig boys 6-2 in the conference, 9-9 in all games. Glenwood at 6-3, 9-8. Harlan at 5-3 and 9-5. Crescent 4-6, they're 5-9. Atlanta comes in at 3-6 in the conference, 5-11 overall. St. Albert 3-6 and 4-12. Red Oak 2-6, 8-9. Clarinda 3-7 and 7-11. And Shenandoah 0-7 in the conference, 6-10 in all games. As the seniors being introduced right now, the boys and the girls here tonight. We'll be back with another 2-minute timeout.
Winter is here. After years of wondering why I see more runners than other athletes, I figured it out. Well, a sophomore hurdler explained it to me. This is Dr. Fritz Beyer of Body Basics Chiropractic, and he told me since my hip started acting up, I lost 1 second from my time. 1 second in a 55-second race is less than 2%, but he knew it instantly because the stopwatch told him. In other sports, there's not a stopwatch to tell you when the nagging injury takes 2% from you. To make sure you're giving your 100%, call 254-BODY to get your body back to the basics.
This segment of Did You Know by Amy Jo is about hydraulic hoses. Well, guess what? They break. And at the worst times possible, too. Atlantic Egg and Auto can build you a new hydraulic hose most of the time faster than it takes you to even get to town. Now, don't begin a ticket racing to town to see me. Since you're here, you might as well get more hydraulic fluid, shop towels, detailing supplies, and fresh cab to keep those rodents out. Atlantic and Audubon Egg and Auto, your only locally owned CarQuest Auto Parts stores.
Get to the Super Bowl for Globe Bowling on Friday and Saturday nights. Perfect for birthdays, reunions, family and friend get-togethers, and date nights. They even have bumpers and ramps for the little ones. Globe Bowling, all the glow-in-the-dark fun you love. Plus, the friendly competition of bowling makes for a great night. Call Dan to schedule your next party at 243-4656. Globe Bowling on Friday and Saturday nights at the Super Bowl, Highway 71 in Atlantic.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
Elkhart Plastics in Atlantic has a career opportunity for you. They're currently looking to hire first and second shift oven operators, first shift assemblers, and maintenance personnel, along with competitive pay and shift differential offered for second shift. Elkhart Plastics offers medical, dental, vision, company-paid life and disability plans, as well as vacation, paid holidays, education reimbursement, and retirement savings plans. Go to MyersIndustries.com/careers to view openings and fill out an application. Elkhart Plastics is an equal opportunity Trojan basketball. Here's Tom Robinson alongside Cody McCreedy on KS 95.7 and live streamed at westerniowatoday.com.
Welcome back to Atlantic Senior Night tonight, and recognizing some of the alumni back for 50 years. The 50th anniversary of girls basketball. Alumni also recognized, and it's senior night here tonight is the 2023-2024 seniors recognized, the cheerleaders, boys and girls basketball players as well, as we turn our attention now to the boys game here coming up. And on the floor tonight we'll feature the Class 3A leading scorer. Colton Rasmussen leads all scorers in Class 3A with 481 points. He's averaging 28.2 a game, and he also leads Class 3 in scoring free throws with 108 here on the season. When you look at Denison Schleswig, they've got a talented squad. Lance Arkfield averages 14.5 a game for the Monarchs, and they've got an outstanding point guard in Luke Weavers. Weavers averaging 17 a game for the Monarchs, and Jake Fink averaging 10 for Denison Schleswig, so 3 in double the figures. In Atlantic, again, we talked about Rasmussen averaging 28.2 and Gavin McLaren 12.5. Nolan Waters 8.5 a game, and then 3.8 for Brock Henderson and 3.3 for Tyrell Williams. Atlantic and Denison Schleswig getting set for this one here tonight. Well, Cody, it's Atlantic lost a close one to Red Oak on Tuesday. They lost a one-pointer last night on the road to Perry, and a late night for the Trojans, and back at it here tonight to talk about some of the keys for the Trojans here tonight.
Well, you know, Colton Rasmussen is going to go out and he's going to score. So who else is going to get out there and score? We're going to get some, you know, the big key is bench points. You know, is the bench going to come alive here? And are they going to be able to flush on that 1-point loss last night? You know, a 1-point loss is a heartbreaker. But, you know, you have another game tonight that you got to kind of focus on. So you got to flush what happened last night and really focus on the atmosphere here tonight and get out and try to upset Denison here on your home court.
Both teams on the floor right now. They're home white Atlantic. And the purple and gold for the Monarchs of Denison Schleswig here in town. Their head coach, Jake Fink. Atlantic head man, Dalton Frank. We'll hear from Coach Franken here in just a little bit as we take a look at some other rebounding stats here for the Trojans. Brock Henderson averages just under 6 rebounds a game. Gab McLaren just under 7 to lead the Trojans. And then 4 for Colton Rasmussen, Tyrell Williams 4, and Nolan Waters also 4 rebounds coming in. Rebounders for Denison Schleswig, they're led by Luke Weavers, the senior guard, averaging 8 rebounds a game, 4 for Jake Fink, 10 rebounds for Lance Arkfield coming in, 3.2 for Cole Town, and 2.6 for Blaine Grady, who'll come off the bench for Denison Schleswig here tonight. So when you look at the size, Denison Schleswig probably has somewhat of a height advantage with Lance Arkfield at 6'8" and a senior, and the Trojans, the tallest is Brock Henderson at 6'4". So they're going to look for Arkfield inside, and he's averaging 10 rebounds and 14.5 points a game. So we'll probably look for that inside-outside game with Arkfield and Weavers on the outside tonight for Denison Schleswig. As we take a look at the schedules here, and we'll start off with the Trojans as of late in Atlantic with wins over Crest on January 22nd. They backed it up and win on the road over St. Albert. Atlantic's done some good on the road and then fell short to Red Oak last Tuesday, 64-56, and lost to the Blue Jays of Perry last night, 63-62. So that's kind of what the Trojans have done here in the last week or so. And as far as the Monarchs and their schedule is concerned, when you look at them here on the season, there's 6 wins in the conference. Now they start off the season losing 3 straight, OABCIG, Storm Lake, and Kemper. They topped Glenwood, then they lost to Harlan and Trainer. beat Clarinda, beat Red Oak, and beat Creston at 3 going. Then lost to Lewis Central, a league leader who's undefeated in the conference. And Harlan again. St. Albert, they won over St. Albert. They beat Shenandoah. They beat Spencer. And here they are in Atlantic. So the Monarchs on a 3-game winning streak coming into the contest tonight here against the Atlantic Trojans. Our coaches show is brought to you by McCreedy Tire as we're getting set to talk to Atlantic head coach Dalton Franken. McCreedy Tire and Service are headquarters for all your automotive repairs and Goodyear Tires at 100 West 2nd Street in Atlantic. We're back with Coach Franken right after this.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
Welcome back to the Coaches Show, brought to you by McAtee Tire. We're joined by Atlantic head coach Dalton Frank of the Trojans and the Denison Schleswig Monarchs facing off here tonight for the first time this season. Usually that happens, and then, of course, you'll end up the year at Denison on February the 13th. So first look at this basketball team tonight. Coach, before we do get into the game, though, it is senior night, and honoring your senior basketball players, and talk about your guys, your seniors here that are being honored right now.
Yeah, Tom, we got a great senior group. They're all great kids, hard workers. They've, they're great kids. They do a lot for. There's a lot for the school district and community to be proud of this group. They, they're all multi-sport athletes and are involved in a bunch of extracurricular activities. We got some FFA kids and some show choir kids, band kids, archery. So they do a bunch of stuff. They keep themselves super busy, and they've been a ton of fun to work with this season. They've their effort has not wavered all year. They're a hardworking group, and just testament to them. They come to practice every day, ready to work and get better, and they've been a ton of fun to work with. Couldn't have asked for a better group of kids to coach my first year with.
Well, back-to-back games. Red Oak on Tuesday, traveled to Perry last night in a heartbreaker there, just a 1-point difference in that game, and now you turn your attention to Denison Schleswig. So a busy week for the coaching staff. And what can you tell us about the Monarchs here tonight?
Yeah, Denison, they have a great team. They have some size, so they got a big 6'8" kid that they stick in the middle of a 2-3 zone to protect the rim, and they have one of the best guards in the conference too. The Weber's kid is he's a handful. He's averaging about 17 points a game, I think, right at 17 points a game actually. Shoots it, he can shoot the three, handles the ball really well. He's a quick, athletic kid, gets downhill and makes a lot of plays for him. So we'll have our hands full tonight.
What would be some of the keys here to success for the Trojans, Coach?
We got to take care of the ball. So turnovers will be a big emphasis for us. We got to take care of the ball. And we'll have to rebound the ball really well tonight. They're, like I said, they got some size inside with a 6'8" kid. They have another 6'4", 6'5" kid. So they'll be tough to keep off the glass, but we've rebounded it pretty well here the last month or so. But we're gonna really have to keep them off the glass, keep them to one shot on the offensive end, and then do our best to get out in transition and try to get some easy stuff, try to get some easy baskets in transition so they can't get set up in their zone. But when they do get set up in their zone, our ball movement's got to be good. We got to attack gaps and get that zone to shift, and not settle for the first open look we get on the perimeter. We want to make sure we get the ball moving and get that zone shift and attack gaps and make that defense work a little bit. So rebounding will be huge for us, and taking care of the ball. We gotta limit our turnovers tonight.
Coach, I know Red Oak game we did see. Colton Rasmussen is going to get his points, but getting some support out there. I know impressed with Hudson McLaren. He had a couple of long-range shots that went through, and Nolan Waters also been raising his average as the season's gone along. That's going to be a big part of the game tonight as well, Coach.
Huge. When they get when Nolan and Hudson get looks and have their feet set, we need them to take those shots and continue to be aggressive. And they have been. Nolan especially, he's kind of flipped the switch and been aggressive. Been in attack mode for us, which is great. Thursday night in Perry, Nolan did a great job of attacking their zone defense, getting into gaps and moving the ball. He had 8 assists for us Thursday night, and I think he hit like three threes, might have been 4. I think it was 3 threes for us. He really he kept us in the game in the first half. We were not playing well in the first half, especially on the offensive end, and Nolan kept us in it with his perimeter shooting and attacking gaps and creating open shots for his teammates. So really happy with the way Nolan's been playing for us, and need Hudson to stay aggressive too, because he's going to get open looks. And he's really a good shooter. He can knock them down. We just gotta stay confident and have his feet ready and pull the trigger when he gets the open looks.
Very good. Coach, appreciate you. Thank you so much, and best of luck tonight. We'll see you after the game.
Yep. Thanks, Tom.
Dalton Franken, head coach at Atlantic Trojans. We'll be back with the starters and the First Whitney Bank opening tip-off. Our Coaches Show brought to you by McCreedy Tire. We're back with more right after this.
Good coaches know their players' strengths and weaknesses. They watch, evaluate, and come up with a game plan to make their team better. Like a good coach, when you bring your vehicle to McCreedy Tire, they listen to your concerns and give clear explanations on how they can help. They come up with a game plan to get your vehicle performing at its best. From tires to oil changes, brakes, engine repair, and more, McCreedy Tire can assist in all your vehicle needs and help you feel prepared for all the competitions ahead. McCreedy Tire and Service, where their game-winning service is always a slam dunk.
Welcome back to Atlantic as the Trojans hosting Denison Schleswig here tonight. Atlantic head coach Dalton Franken, assisted by Jeremy Blake and Nathan Block, Zach Christensen and J.C. Hoig. Derek Fink, the head coach for Denison Schleswig, also the athletic director at Denison, and assistant coach is Spencer Pauly here this evening. So we talked a lot about Denison. Of course, Lance Arkfeld, the big center at 6 foot 8 inches tall, is going to be a handful. We'll trying to figure out maybe how the Trojans come out defensively, and I would guess that they'll probably put either Gavin McLaren or Tyrell Williams on Arkfeld and bring Brock Henderson off the bench. Atlantic will start Nolan Waters and Tyrell Williams, Colton Rasmussen, Gavin McLaren, and Hudson McLaren. Denison Schleswig will bring out Jake Fink and Luke Weavers, Lance Arkfeld, Easton Emery, and Blaine Brady to start things here for the Monarchs here in the first half of play. And we'll see how things pan out here as the Trojans and the Monarchs continue to warm up. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. We're getting close to the starting lineups.
The Cass Health Pharmacy is now open. With their convenient hours of Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5, they will make it easy to get your prescriptions. Plus, you can transfer your current prescriptions to them by just calling 712-243-7508 or stop by and they'll take care of you. And if you're a MyChart user, you can easily request prescription refills and renewals. If you don't have an account yet, the Cass Health Pharmacists are here to help. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors. At Outfitters Plus in Atlantic, you'll find all the latest in custom apparel and headwear. Head to Outfitters and work with the design pros to make your customized tees, team apparel, and personalized swag for your business a reality. Whether it's fan apparel for your high school or youth sports teams, your business, or you just want to make something your own, you'll have everyone saying, "Where'd you get that?" Don't forget, Outfitters will also add your group store online to make ordering a breeze. Get personalized at Outfitters Plus Outlet Store in Atlantic. Stop by today.
Get to the Super Bowl for Globe Bowling on Friday and Saturday nights. Perfect for birthdays, reunions, family and friend get-togethers, and date nights. They even have bumpers and ramps for the little ones. Globe Bowling, all the glow-in-the-dark fun you love. Plus, the friendly competition of bowling makes for a great night. Call Dan to schedule your next party at 243-4656. Globe Bowling on Friday and Saturday nights at the Super Bowl. Highway 71 in Atlantic.
Southwest Iowa Transit Agency offers in-town school transportation for Atlantic, Red Oak, Harlan, and Glenwood children. Parents are able to rest easy knowing all their children, from preschoolers to teenagers, will make it to school every day safely and on time. Let SWITA take kids to school for only $1.50 per child per trip. For more information or to register your child, visit SWITA.com or call 800-842-8065. My SWITA, my ride.
Welcome back to Atlantic as the Trojans getting safe. His wife wouldn't let him wear that. Dan Vargason with Keely, the newborn, and good to see Keely. That's the first time we've been able to see her, and shared a photo of, I didn't share that with you, Cody. It's, that would have been a neat pink out deal as well by our scoreboard sponsor here tonight. Oh, and of course, it's Pink Out Night tonight, a Cancer Awareness Night, and such a great night. And I know they passed the donation bucket earlier for cancer research, and glad to be here in Atlantic. Boys game coming up here, and we'll have the starting lineups here just a little bit, and then the First Whitney Bank opening tip-off, and we're going to get to that right now. Our tip-off brought to you by the First Whitney Bank, a local bank, the only bank you'll ever need. First Whitney Bank.
Work seems a lot less like work when you...
First Whitney Bank is the longest standing locally owned bank in Atlantic, and as such, we take pride in how we serve our community. For generations, we have been involved with our customers and their families by getting involved in community events and by supporting technology and teaching financial literacy in our schools. You'll also see our support of athletics on the scoreboards at home events. It's this involvement that allows us to know our customers and their families for generations. First Whitney Bank, the only bank you'll ever need. Member FDIC.
Starting lineups being introduced by our public address announcer, Tom McLaren. And for Denison Schleswig, they'll start Jake Fink in a guard, a 5'10 junior. Fink averaging 10 points a game coming in, shooting about 29% from the field. He's made 16 threes this season and a 60% free throw shooter. Luke Weber's at a guard, a 6'2 senior. And Luke is so far this season averaging 17 a game, 8 rebounds for the Monarchs, and he's shooting about 66% from the free throw line. He has 12 three-pointers so far this season. Lance Arkfeld, a 6'8 junior, starting, averaging 14.5 a game and 10 rebounds for Denison Schleswig. Easton Emery, a 5'10 senior, also getting a start for Denison Schleswig, averaging 3.5 points a game. And Blaine Grady, starting for Denison Schleswig, averaging right at 2.7 points a game for the Monarchs. As we take a look at the Trojans, the starting lineup will be Nolan Waters. Waters averaging 8.5 a game. He's a 5'10 senior. Tyrell Williams, a 5'11 senior. And starting for Atlantic, averaging 3.3. And Colton Rasmussen, a 6'3" senior forward, averaging 28.2 a game. And Hudson McLaren, starting for Atlantic, the sophomore, earning a starting spot for the Trojans. A guard that really doesn't make many mistakes. He's a solid ball handler for the Trojans. And Hudson getting a start tonight, averaging right about a point a game. But that has been coming up. He had a good night against Red Oak last Tuesday night. Atlantic, third game this week. It's been a busy one. And the Trojans will be at Harlan on Tuesday night for that girl-boy doubleheader. Will be the final game for the girls this season before they play on Saturday night, February 10th at Gowrie. We'll have that game at 95.7 FM. Zach Collins will have that broadcast. I'll be here in Atlanta covering district wrestling with Cody Weaver. We're looking forward to that as well. So a busy night on Saturday, a busy day and a busy night. And we're getting set to go here as the Monarchs come out of the floor. Lance Arkfeld will jump it up for the Monarchs. And for the Trojans, jumping up will be Colton Rasmussen. Nolan Waters started to walk towards the circle to jump against Arkfeld. I don't know if you saw that, Cody. And Rasmussen just pushed him away. So here we go. Arkfeld and Rasmussen jumping up. Boys game coming up. Here's the tip. Arkfeld controls, and the Monarchs have the basketball. Driving as Weavers. Layup is good, and we got a foul right out of the gate. Weavers took the jump, attacked the rim. Offhand layup good, and he gets the and one, and Weavers puts the Monarchs up 2-0 with a free throw coming here right out of the get-go, and a tip from Arkfeld. So Weavers' free throw coming up for Denison, and it's on the way, and it's good. Monarchs jump out 3-0 early with just 8 seconds into the game. Here comes Atlantic with Rasmussen top of the circle. Monarchs come out of the man defense. Gab McLaren on the drive down the lane. Shot up, and it is no good. Foul called on Williams. The Monarchs get the ball back along the baseline. Atlantic girls with a win tonight over Denison Schleswig in game number 1. The Monarchs with the basketball and bring it across with Jake Fink, the point guard. Arkfeld will line up way out top, the 6'8" post player. Back to Weavers, and we got a foul on McLaren. 2 quick fouls on Atlantic right out of the gate. Monarchs with a 3-0 lead with Luke Weavers taking the tip, laying it up and in, and get the N1. McLaren will give Weavers some contested. Weavers guarded by McLaren. Atlantic in a man defense. Weavers on a switch. The left side pass goes to Fink. You get it down low to Arkfeld. Layup up, no good. Rebound Arkfeld. Put back is good. He got the left hand up and in. And the Monarchs now jump out 5-0 here early. Atlantic back in the front court for the Trojans. 7:14 to play, and 5 quick points for Denison Schleswig. Hudson McLaren, the sophomore, on the right wing. Dribbles the baseline. Gives it across to Nolan Waters on the left wing. Waters drive, kick out, McLaren, top of the circle. He'll fire up a 3 off the mark. Rebound comes down to Grady. Out to Weavers, high and right. Grady, top of the circle. He'll swing it over to Fink on the left wing. Monarchs with a 5-0 lead on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Fink down low. Driving, Grady, whistle, foul Atlantic, and that's a third on Atlantic here with, a minute 26 here in the first quarter. It's the ball out of bounds for the Monarchs. Jake Fink will throw it in, the 5'10 senior from left side of the basket. Rasmussen putting the pressure on the throw-in. Fink will trigger, looks outside, and he's going to find Grady. Weavers top of the circle. Weavers looks at that 3, he wants it. He's going to fire it, and it is no good. Rebound Tyrell Williams. Here comes Atlantic with Hudson McLaren to the front court. The left side of Waters. Waters picked up by Weavers, left wing. Waters spins, drives down the block. Arkfeld there, down low to Gab. McLaren layup good. McLaren gets the 2. Assist by Waters. It's a 5-2 Monarch lead on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Fink, top of the circle. Weavers, left baseline. Here's a 3 ball, no good by Grady. Rebound Rasmussen on the move, and the ball is stolen away by Fink. Picked up by Weavers. Back to Fink near side. Pulls up the outer yard. Monarchs in the front. Kick out to Emery. He'll launch a deep 3. Got it. Oh, Grady with a deep 3, and it's an 8-2 Monarch lead here early on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Atlantic put the ball back with under 6 to play. First quarter. Rasmussen top of the circle. He'll launch a triple. No good. Rebound Arkfeld. Kick out Fink. Monarchs to the front. Pass down low. Weavers. Low block. Emery. Left baseline. He's going to throw it off the leg of a Trojan. And the Monarchs will have the ball out of bounds along the far sideline with 5:32 to play first quarter. Score brought to you by the Seed Pros. They're by your side to maximize yields from where to go. Contact John Becker, Mark Bentiger, Gary Dinkla, and Nick Knutson. Emery to throw it in. Fink, top of the circle, guarded by Rasmussen. Arkfeld with the screen. Fink dribbles right. Bounce pass back to Weavers, top of the circle. Download Arkfeld. The 6'8 post will take it to the rim. Loop shot good. Arkfeld with a bucket. He has 4 quick ones. It's a 10-2 Monarch lead. Atlantic will bring it to the front court with Rasmussen averaging 28 a game. He is the Class 3A leading scorer. Hudson McLaren left baseline. Now top to Williams. Waters top of the circle on the handle. 5 minutes left first quarter. Bounce pass to Hudson McLaren. Over to Rasmussen. Back to McLaren. Top of the circle. Atlantic lines it up. 12 on the shot clock. Left side to Rasmussen. 10 on the shot clock. Out top to Waters. He'll set up. He's wide open. Fires the triple. It is good. Waters got the roll. And it's a 10-5 Monarch lead. Weavers in the front for Denison. Emery. Back out to Weavers. High post. Pass goes to Grady. Grady handles it left side. Arkfeld loops a skip pass to Emery. Wide open, fires, no good. Rebound, Atlantic. Waters with it. Foul called, I believe, on Arkfeld or Weavers. That's the Monarchs first. 4:23 to go. First quarter of the Seed Pro scoreboard. We've got a substitution. Both sides. Brock Henderson in for Atlantic and Gab McLaren out. And checking in for Denison will be Cole Town, a 6'4" senior. And out comes Blaine Grady. Atlantic with the ball in the front. 4:20 to go in the first. Waters left wing. Attacks the rim. Now kicks back out top to Hudson McLaren. He'll swing it right to Rasmussen. Rasmussen spinning, running, shooting, and missed the shot. Travel called. Turnover Trojans. The Monarchs get the ball back the other way with 4:10 to go first quarter. 10-5. Denison with the lead. Jake Fink will bring it across the timeline methodically. Town is in the game. He's a high block. He'll take the pass out top. Swings it left. Weavers on the dribble. Back out top to Arkfeld. Arkfeld near side of Emery. At the elbow. Down low. Arkfeld. Open shot block by Rasmussen. Foul called on Rasmussen. And that'll put Lance Arkfeld on the free throw line for a pair. Arkfeld with 4 points, averaging 14.5 coming in. And a 59% free throw shooter. He's 32 of 54 on the season. Arkfeld's first free throw is in the air and no good. Off the back iron. Under 4 to play, first quarter, 10-5. Quick start for the Monarchs.
Oh yeah, I mean, quick start, and they're going down low and using size to their advantage there. That's they're gonna be doing that all night until the Trojans can figure out how to guard them.
Arkfeld makes 1 of 2, 11-5 game. Monarchs with the lead. Rasmussen top of the circle, wings it left to Waters. Waters back out top to Colton Rasmussen. He'll take it to the free throw line, elevates and shoots, no good. Out of bounds, it'll be Denison's ball back the other way. 3:38 to go. Atlantic in a man. Denison running a man defense here. Inbounds pass to Jake Fink. Fink will bring it up the middle. Off the screen from Town. And back to Town. Layup up and good. Monarchs got a break there. And Town gets the bucket, 13-5. Denison with the lead on the Seed Pro scoreboard. 3:20 left first quarter. Hudson McLaren driving baseline. Kicks it left side of Waters. Nolan, the senior, backs up behind the arc. Guarded by Town, a mismatch there. Now a switch back to McLaren. Town guarding McLaren. Back to Waters. He'll hand it off to Raston. Open. He'll fire the triple from the top. No good off the front iron. Fake rebounds. Way down court to Emery off his fingertips and out of bounds. And he gets the ball back on the turnover. Trojans get the ball with Rasmussen throwing it in for the baseline with 2:55 to go in this first stanza. And Waters will dribble across the half-court line for the Trojans. Screen from Rasmussen. Waters dribbling between the rings. He's picked up by Fink at the top of the circle. Waters now bounce pass. Tyrell Williams left wing. Baseline Rasmussen. They work that left side. Back out top to Brock Henderson. Baseline to Hudson McLaren. Waters. He'll fire the triple. Good! Waters, a baseline three for Atlantic. He has 2 threes here in the first quarter, 13-8. Waters keeping Atlantic within arm's length of Denison with 2:20 to go in the first quarter of the Seed Pro scoreboard. Cole Town will take it out top for Denison. Right side of Weavers. Weavers back door. Cole Town layup no. Rebound Arkfeld. Putback is missed. He gets it back again. Putback is good. Arkfeld with 7 points. It's 15-8. Monarchs with the lead. Atlantic in the front with Rasmussen. Under 2 to go in the first quarter. Rasmussen top of the circle, picked up by Jake Fink. Rasmussen goes right, back out top Waters. Head fake, and he traveled with it. Had that head fake and his pivot foot lifted. Denison's ball with 1:49 to go here in this first quarter of the Seed Pro scoreboard. Rasmussen comes out, Gavin McLaren in for the Trojans. Atlantic going with Henderson, McLaren, Waters, Williams, and Hudson McLaren. Jake Fink will bring it across the half-court line. Cole Town, Grady is now back in. Fink top of the circle, over to Grady, left wing. Grady back out top to Fink. Fink averages about 10 a game, and we got a whistle, foul called underneath for the pass to Cole Town. That's 5 on Atlantic here early. With 1:34 to play here in this first quarter, at the line will be Cole Town, the 6'4" senior. We'll have 2 coming. First one's up, and it is short off the front iron. Town with a pair of points here early. He's averaging almost 6 a game. He shoots 27% from the free throw line. Second free throw is missed, and Atlantic gets the rebound. McLaren snags it out to Hudson McLaren over to Nolan Waters, left wing. 1:26 to play, first quarter. The Seed Pros scoreboard, 15-8. Monarchs with a 7-point lead. Hudson McLaren, right wing. High post, Gavin McLaren. Right side of Williams. Down to Waters, top of the circle. He'll fire up a three. God! Waters with 9, all threes for the Trojans. 15-11. Atlantic down by 4, and almost a turnover. Denison. Gavin McLaren bats out of bounds. And Rasmussen will check back in for the Trojans. Tyrell Williams comes out. 1:07 to go, first quarter. 15-11 Monarchs by 4. Trigger out top. Weber's back to Fink. Baseline Arkfield to Fink, top of the circle. Looks right side of Grady. Drives baseline, pulls up, elevates a teardrop, no. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Arkfield. Atlantic will have it along the baseline with 57 seconds to play. First quarter. Atlantic in it here, down by 4. 15-11 Waters with 9 points, all from beyond the arc. Rasmussen across the timeline. Nolan averaging, coming in right at 8.5 a game. Hudson McLaren handles the ball, top of the circle. Coach Franken wants to run an offense here. Hudson, top of the circle, hounded by Weavers. And Weavers finally gets a steal. He'll take it down the left block. Shot up, and it's good. A foul call to McLaren. So Weavers gets the N1. And it's 17-11 with a free throw coming for Denison Schleswig. That's 7 fouls on Atlantic here in the first quarter. Williams in for Gavin. That's 2 on McLaren here early.
Yeah. I know, Tom.
So Weavers will shoot the N1 here.
I know Atlantic really doesn't agree with that foul call, and I think I have to agree with the Atlantic fans here, Tom. I didn't really see it, but, you know, like I say, the refs have a better viewpoint than me up here. So, but from up here, didn't look like a foul to me.
18-11 Atlantic trailing. And the basketball. Waters, top of the circle. Bounce pass baseline to Williams. Back out top to Waters. And it goes to the backcourt. Over and back. Turnover Trojans with 12 seconds on the clock. Well, Atlantic was within 4, 15-11. And a quick 3-0 run here for Denison Schleswig. Weavers will throw it in for the baseline, left side of the basket. 7-point lead for the Monarchs on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Weavers out top to Emery. 10 seconds on the clock here in the first quarter. Right side of Weavers. He'll handle the ball here with 5 seconds, 4. He's got to move. 3 seconds. Baseline Grady. He'll fire a triple at the buzzer. No good. And that'll be it here in the first quarter. And the Monarchs with an 18-11 lead over Atlantic. We're back right at this 1-minute timeout.
Hi everyone, it's Kate.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
Gas prices got you down? Need a ride to work or the grocery store? There's public transportation for everyone in Southwest Iowa. SWITA offers taxi service in Atlantic, Glenwood, Harlan, Missouri Valley, Red Oak, and Shenandoah. $2.50 each way, or $2 for seniors 60 years and older. Just call 1-800-842-8065 or visit swita.com to schedule your ride.
On KS 95.7 and live stream at westerniowatoday.com.
KS 95.7 is KSWI Atlantic, a proud part of Meredith Communications. KS 95.7.
Atlantic with the ball. We start the second quarter down 18-11 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Hudson McLaren, top of the circle. Right wing to Waters off the screen. Drives, pulls up. Runner no good. Rebound Arkfield out to Jake Fink. Monarchs will bring it to the front, third possession, with an 18-11 lead on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Fink, left side Emery, down low to Arkfield. Double teamed. Arkfeld will bring it out to Emery. Emery on the baseline into Arkfeld, double teamed inside. He'll take it inside the block, and a steal by Waters, picked up by Rasmussen. He'll take it to the rim. Layup is no good, and Grady snags the board for Denison. Kick out to Fink, and Denison back the other way. 7:15 to play, first half. Monarchs up 18-11. Grady with the screen to Fink. Grady, left side Emery. He'll look down low to Arkfeld, back out to Grady. On the drive, right side Fink. Dribble drive down the block, down low Arkfeld. He traveled, turnover Denison. Atlantic back the other way.
Yeah, I mean, Colton Rasmussen still, starting off the game cold, still does not have a point, but the whole reason why the Trojans are still in this game is Nolan Water with those 3 threes that have been huge. But other than Nolan Waters, Atlantic's really got to pick up their offense here, and something that, I know Colton Rasmussen wants to get on that scoreboard, but he's ice cold right now.
Out top Waters, he'll launch a deep 3. God, man! And Waters, we just talked about it.
And he's on fire. I mean, he's been all our offense so far in this game.
18-15. Or 18-14 rather, and Rass almost gets the steal for Atlantic. Trojans within 4, like you mentioned. Waters with 12 points, 12 of the 14. And they've been all from beyond the arc. And checking in is Cole Town, guarded by Williams. Weavers takes the inbounds. He'll bring it across with 6.5 to play first half on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Town with a screen. Weavers barks out the play. Now to Town, right side, Jake Fink, and he traveled with it. Turnover Denison. Trojans have it back the other way. Rasmussen will throw it in from the near sideline of the backcourt. Hudson McLaren will bring it across with 6:21 to go, first half of the Seed Pro scoreboard. Waters left side 3, up and no good, but he's fouled by Emery. So Nolan to the free throw line for 3 shots here, and if he's perfect, it'll bring the Trojans within a point with 6:17 to go, and Nolan Waters with 12. 4 3-pointers here in the first half. The senior eyes the rim, first of 3 up, and missed the shot. He'll have 2 coming up. Nolan Waters shooting 47% with the free throw line. He's 10 of 22 after that attempt. Second free throw in flight, good. Waters with 13, well over his average of 8.8 a game. 18-15, Monarchs with the lead. Second free throw, good. Waters hit 2 of 3. And it's 18-16. Atlantic now within a pair. Monarchs in the front court. Fink, top of the circle, leaves it off for Cole Town. He'll take it left baseline. Weavers on the drive. Runner up, good, but a travel called on Weavers. And Atlantic gets the ball back. They can tie it up here with a 2. And if Waters can get open the way he's been shooting, put Atlantic up here for the first time.
Well, if he has any separation whatsoever, you're going to see him pulling the trigger and shooting that ball.
Left wing Waters will take it back between the rings. Back out top Rasmussen. Top of the circle. Takes it to the rim. Layup is good. We're tied. 18-18. And Rasmussen with his first 2 of the game.
Yeah, it was just a matter of time before he scored his first 2 points of the game, and that was an easy layup there.
Cole Town, right wing. Pulls up the Fink, top of the circle. 5:39 to go in the half. Right baseline Weavers, and a foul called on Hudson McLaren. And that'll be 2 in Atlantic here in the second quarter. 5:35 to go. Monarchs and the Trojans all night at 18-18. Waters willing the Trojans offensively. He has 14 first half points. Weaver step back, 3 up, and no good. Rebound long to Hudson McLaren, the sophomore. Here comes Atlantic, 5:25 to go in the first half. Game tied 18-18. Rasmussen, right wing, takes it up, elevates, shoots. Good. Rasmussen with the bucket for Atlantic. He has 4 and puts the Trojans up 20-18. And timeout, Coach Fink. Atlantic by 2. We're back in 30 on 95.7 FM, our live video stream at westernourtoday.com TV.
Gas prices got you down? Need a ride to work or the grocery store? There's public transportation for everyone in Southwest Iowa. SWITA offers taxi service in Atlantic, Glenwood, Harlan, Missouri Valley, Red Oak, and Shenandoah. $2.50 each way, or $2 for seniors 60 years and older. Just call 1-800-842-8065 or visit SWITA.com to schedule your ride.
Trojan Sports on KS 95.7 and live stream at westerniowatoday.com.
Atlantic off on a 9-0 run here in this second quarter. 5:04 to go as the Monarchs yet to score in this second frame. Waters leads Atlantic with 14. Rasmussen with 4. 5:12 to go first half. 2-point lead for Atlantic on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Coach Fink calling a timeout, and Jake Fink will throw it in far side for the Monarchs. Arkfeld, Town, Grady, Weavers and Fink for Denison Schleswig. Atlantic with Rasmussen, Hudson McLaren, Brock Henderson, Nolan Waters, and Tyrell Williams for the Trojans. Again, discussion by the officials. We saw a few of those visits in that first game. Not sure what everything is okay as Mr. Dinkler put the thumbs up to the scorer's bench. Here we go. Fink will throw it in. Out top to Weavers. And he'll bring it across the half-court line with 5:09 to play first half. Weavers off the screen. Dribbles right side. And a whistle. Foul call to the Trojans. Might be Hudson McLaren, and that's his second. Out of bounds, Denison. Left side of the basket. Weavers will throw it in. Luke for the baseline. Looking for a cutter. Looks way out top to a Fink. 5 minutes left. Fink on the dribble. Left side. Pulls up at the top. High post, Cole Town. Looking for Arkfeld. Left wing, Weavers. He'll fire up a three. Short. Rebound long to Rasmussen, and he'll bring the ball up the front in a hurry. Rasmussen back out top to Nolan Waters. They'll set it up. Weavers gives Waters some room at the top of the circle. Waters drives left side, pulls up. Shot blocked by Arkfeld. And the Monarchs get the ball back. Arkfeld at 6'8". Weavers drives baseline. And a foul call to the Trojans. And that'll be number 4 in Atlantic here in the second quarter, 4:32 to go. So Arkfeld got that long arm up and got the block. That's his 20th block of the season. Hudson McLaren will come out, and Grant Petty, the freshman, will come in for the Trojans. And he can add some scoring as well. Fink will throw it in for the baseline left. Loops it out to Arkfeld to the block. He'll stop and pop, and got it. Arkfeld with 9 points, and Denison back to tie the game at 20-20. Trojans have it with Waters top of the circle. Off the screen. Dribbles to the free throw line. Over to Williams. Wide open. Fires a triple. Baseline no good. And the rebound off of Arkfeld. Atlanta gets the ball back along the baseline. 4:10 left first half of the Seed Pros scoreboard. Waters will trigger. Right side of the basket. Has the ball in hand. Looks to throw it in way out top to Rasmussen against Emery. Over to Waters left wing. Waters top of the circle. 4:05 to go first half. He'll leave it to Rasmussen. Free throw line. Nice spin. Elbow jumper. It's no good. Arkfeld can't handle the rebound. Second time it goes off Arkfeld. He's averaging 10 rebounds a game. And Gavin McLaren with a couple of fouls will check back in for Atlantic. And Grant Petty will come out. Under 4 to go, second quarter. We're tied at 20-20. Score brought to you by the Seed Pros. Pass into Rasmussen. Dribbles inside the block. He'll finish up. We got a foul called on Denison. And that's 2 of the Monarchs in the second quarter. So Atlantic's best free throw shooter, Colton Rasmussen, at the free throw line, shooting 73% from the line. He is Class 3A's leading free throw scorer with 108 on the season. That one off the front iron. Second free throw coming up, 20-20. Petty back in and McLaren out.
It's a real nice announcer's drink there, Tom.
Huh?
I said that was a real nice announcer's drink there.
Yeah, you got that right. But he made that one. I think you cured it there with the comment, Cody. 21-20. Trojans back up by a point on the Seed Pros scoreboard. 3:45 to go first half. Bounce past Weaver's high post. Throws it away. Petty got a hand on it. And Brock Henderson snags it back to Williams. Atlantic to the front court. Out top to Waters. Atlantic by 1. Henderson at the elbow, right block. Back out to Rasmussen. Head fake, drives, unfaked, turn, shoots from the elbow. Good! Great shot by Rasmussen. And Atlantic extends their lead to 23-20 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Monarchs to the front. Down low, Arkfeld, lose the handle, turnover Denison. Williams gets the ball back. Atlantic to the front with Waters, top of the circle, 3:08 to go first half. He'll leave it off for Rasmussen, driving in, shot up, no good. Williams can't get the board, rebound Weavers ahead, fake wide open, layup is up and in. 23-22. Fink with the layup, his first 2 of the game. Atlantic by 1 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Trojans have it with Petty, high post to Brock Henderson. He'll take it to the rim, over to Williams, he'll finish, no. And the ball loose out of bounds, and it's going to be Monarchs' ball. And wait a minute, we're gonna visit about this one. Change your mind here. It's going to be Atlantic's ball. Gab McLaren will check in with 2:40 to play first half. 23-22, Trojans by 1. Waters will throw it in. Left side of the basket. Looks to Henderson down low. Layup is no good. Arkfeld rebound, kick out Fink. Monarchs in the front, down by a point. Fink off the screen. Guarded by Rasmussen. Right side Emery, baseline Grady. Grady on the dribble to back out top. Weavers against Williams. Good job by Williams. Now Grady. Over to Emery. Back out top to Fink. Fink on the dribble off the screen. Looks out top to Arkfeld. Back to Fink. Fink drives on Rasmussen. Gets it off the Weavers. Baseline runner. No good. Arkfeld rebound and finishes for Denison. And the Monarchs take a lead, 24-23 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Under 2 to play first half. Rasmussen top of the circle. Angles left, drives in, shot good. Boy. Nice dribble drive by Rasmussen. Atlantic back up 25-24.
Good teardrop drop there over a 6'8". You know, that's just the talent of Rasmussen. They're getting that teardrop over him and getting it in the hoop.
A guy that can shoot threes. He can attack the rim. Emery for 3. Go, no good. Arkfeld rebound. He'll hook it up and missed. Rebound Arkfeld put back is short. And the rebound comes off to Henderson for Atlantic. Trojans by 1. 1:18 to go. First half, Henderson driving in. Shot up, no. Rebound, Weavers for the Monarchs. He'll bring it to the front. He'll take it down low. Spinning out top to Arkfeld. Low block left, back out top. Tipped by Rasmussen. Fink will take it in the backcourt. And a foul call on Rasmussen. 1:01 to go. Second quarter. 25-24 Atlantic with the lead. That's a second on Rasmussen, or third, on Rasmussen.
That was a big call there.
Oh, boy. So Fink will be at the free throw line. Our halftime guest will be Atlantic head girls coach Dan Vargason with 2 wins this week. Red Oak on Tuesday, and they back it up with another one tonight against Denison. Fink will shoot a pair. First one up and good. Fink with 3 points, and it's now tied again at 25-25. Fink will have a second one coming here with 1:01 to go, first half. Fink's second free throw. Deep breath by Fink. Ball in flight, and he puts the Monarchs in the lead, 26-25. So Fink drains them both, and Atlantic will trigger for the baseline against the press. Waters trap, dribbles out of it, and a timeout call by Dalton Franken. 59 seconds on the clock here in the first half. We'll take it with them. We're back right after this.
This segment of Did You Know by Amy Jo is about hydraulic hoses. Well, guess what? They break. And at the worst times possible, too. Atlantic Egg and Auto can build you a new hydraulic hose most of the time faster than it takes you to even get to town. Now, don't be getting a ticket racing to town to see me. Since you're here, you might as well get more hydraulic fluid, shop towels, detailing supplies, and fresh cab to keep those rodents out. Atlantic and Audubon Egg and Auto, your only locally owned CarQuest Auto Parts stores.
Back to Atlantic Trojan Sports on KS 95.7 and live stream at westerniowatoday.com.
26-25, Monarchs with a 1-point lead in a back and forth second quarter. Colton Rasmussen with 3 fouls stays in. And he'll toss it into Nolan Waters. He'll whip it ahead to Hudson McLaren down the far side. Over to Brock Henderson, right baseline. Henderson, Hudson McLaren. Under 1 minute to go. Waters, deep three in the air, no good. Grady with the rebound, and he'll bring it to the front court. Lincoln Beck is in there for the Monarchs. And Fink will bring it across the half-court line in methodical fashion. 36 on the game clock, 20 on the shot clock. Fink's drive blocked by Henderson. Waters snags it. Bounce pass Hudson McLaren right wing. He'll take it to the rim, and a foul called on Denison. It's going to be Beck with the foul with 25 seconds to go second quarter. 26-25 Monarchs. And Weber's back in. Beck will come out. And Arkfeld, the 6'8 post, will check in. And out will be Langenfeld. Nash Langenfeld comes out. Hudson to throw it in. Baseline. McLaren. Way out top to Brock Henderson. A steal by Weavers. Picked up by Fink. He'll take it coast to coast. Layup is good. And a foul call. They're going to count the bucket. And it's 28-25 as Jake Fink goes coast to coast and he gets the and one. Fink with 6 points all in the second quarter. And the Monarchs take a 3-point lead on the Seed Pro scoreboard with the free throw pending from Jake Fink with 24 seconds left on the clock. Again, another discussion by the officials. So one for Fink. Jake Fink on the season. 46 of 76 from the line. He's a 60% free throw shooter. Of the starters, he's the top free throw shooter. Chandler Perrin, 9 of 14, has 64% completion. Nash Langenfeld will check in, and Weavers will come out with 24 seconds on the clock. So Jake Fink will shoot the and one here for the Monarchs, up 28-25 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Fink's free throw is off the back iron. Rebound, Gavin McLaren for Atlantic. Back to Rasmussen, 19-18 to go. 17 on the clock. Rasmussen top of the circle at 15. Picked up by Langenfeld in the ring. 12 seconds on the clock. Rasmussen dribbling at 10, at 9. Goes off the screen at 8. Fires to Waters at 6. Drives at 5. Pulls up and fires a 3 at 4. No good. Rebound Henderson. Over to Hudson McLaren. He'll fire the 3 at the buzzer. No good. And we're at the halftime break at 28-25. A 3-point lead for the Monarchs. Our halftime guest, Atlantic head girls coach Dan Vargason. Our halftime brought to you by Cass Health.
Colton, with you more involved with farming, what have you observed?
Farmers don't just work harder, they farm smarter.
We've definitely seen that with the Enlist weed control system.
Oh yeah, application is dictated by the grow stage, not a set date on the calendar, and you can take mix with Liberty.
Plus you have a post program that you don't have to worry about drifting into neighboring fields.
Nailed it. To learn more, contact the Seed Pros.
The Seed Pros, with you from the word go.
The Seed Pros, Mark Bantecker, Gary Dinklett, Nick Knutson, and John Becker.
Winning 2 this week. Red Oak on Tuesday and Denison Schleswig on Friday night. So let's recap this week when we have you, Coach. And 2 big wins heading into the final game of the season, Harl on Tuesday. We'll start with Red Oak. And what can you say about that win?
Yeah, it showed a lot of resiliency by our kids. First quarter came out a little bit slow. Gave up 8-1 start, but then I think after that we only gave up about 16 points the rest of the game. So the defense after the first quarter really locked down. Our kids were really disciplined and did the game plan the way we expected them to do. And you know, that's the thing about basketball. There's some nights where a team starts off hot. Sometimes it starts off slow. The first time we played them, we were up 27-1. So, I mean, you can't expect that every single time we go into a game. And our girls did a good job of realizing that's how basketball is played. Just hang in there and let them get their run through and do our own. And then we were good to go.
McKenna Schrader had some big threes in the game. You got the high-low going in that contest as well.
Yeah, she did a great job. She had a couple threes in the second quarter. I think she finished with 3 on the game, like you said. And she also had 6 assists, so that was big. She was doing a good job of either scoring or being responsible for the points. And in our book, assists and points are pretty equal. So we're very happy the way that McKenna played.
Talk about the other leaders in that Red Oak game.
Yeah, obviously the high-low with Katrina and Peyton was very effective. Katrina had a couple baskets down low, and she did a great job feeding the ball into Peyton harder. And then Zoe Kirchhoff, I thought, played a good game for us, again, helping just get the offense moving. She did a good job attacking, breaking down the zone when we did get standing around just a little bit. And then Claire Pellet, again, defensively, she was all over the place, and she was rebounding well. And that's the big thing, that she doesn't have a lot of height, but she has a lot of effort and a lot of positive attitude, and so she wants to go get the ball for us.
Well, anything else about Red Oak?
Yeah, no, it was just one of those nights where it felt good to get back in the win column. We've had a back-and-forth season with wins-loss, so it was good to get one there and then get the momentum back.
Let's talk about this one. And Monarchs led 12-11 in that first quarter. Then you really come out and kind of took care of business after that.
Yeah, and we actually, I think we came out 8-2 or something like that to start the game, and then we gave up a run back. And again, it just shows that response, that when a team does something, we were able to make adjustments that we needed to do. We knew they'd game plan for a little bit of the 1-2-2, so we switched up to man for a little bit, and then it wasn't working as well, so we switched back to different defenses. And once we did that, I think it was a better fit for our girls. So again, that's a coaching thing to get them in the right defense.
3 players in double figures.
Yeah, again, scoring was a little bit more balanced early on. Peyton had points right away. Then they started to cheat to her. Zoe Kirchhoff did a great job getting some buckets. I actually, honestly, hadn't even seen the stat line, but McKenna Schrader, again, getting 11. That's huge for us. That's 2 games in a row that she's starting to show she can score for us. And then Zoe making good decisions, getting to 11. Just did a great job there. And, again, we had 5 people in the scoring column, but I played a pretty tight bench tonight. We just had a group that looked comfortable together, and, nothing against those kids that were on the bench, but sometimes when kids are playing well and you get a lineup, you don't want to mess it up and overcoach it.
Coach, 2 straight wins, and now Harlan on Tuesday night. What do you want to see from this team as you close out the regular season?
Well, I think that's the biggest thing, is take another step forward. It's the last regular season. You want to get some momentum, win or lose. You want to go play games. Obviously, we want to win it. We want to go over to Harlan, knock them off. They're a very talented team. And obviously, they showed that the first time we played. So we got a lot of work to do to close that gap from first time. But, I'm confident in our players to come out and battle and flush that first one, be ready to go for the second one, and then we're on to postseason.
Yeah, well, Coach, congrats on a great week, and we'll see you in Harlan on Tuesday night.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
You bet. And good to see your little girl, Keely, at the game, too.
Yeah, it's good to have Kenley up here. His first time getting out and seeing everybody, so it was exciting for her. I'm sure her eyes were all over the place and smiling. So it was cool. It was a good night to do it. Senior night, 50 years, it's just cool.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing, too. And so Kenley out here tonight, and good to see her, and really a good night all the way around with the senior recognition and the alumni. That had to mean something, too, didn't it?
Yeah, that was cool. I got to meet someone, I can't remember her name, shook a lot of hands real quick after the game, but she was on the original team in 73, so it was really cool to see that, and some of those other coaches as well.
Very good. Coach, I'll let you get. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on Tuesday.
Sounds good. Thanks.
You bet. Dan Vargas, and head coach of the Atlantic Girls, 2 straight wins Tuesday and again tonight, and they'll face Harlan on Tuesday in the final regular season game. Our halftime brought to you by Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
The Cass Health Pharmacy is now open. With their convenient hours of Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 5, they will make it easy to get your prescriptions. Plus, you can transfer your current prescriptions to them by just calling 712-243-7508 or stop by and they'll take care of you. And if you're a MyChart user, you can easily request prescription refills and renewals. If you don't have an account yet, the Cass Health pharmacists are here to help. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
Halftime here in Atlantic, and the Trojans made a run at it. They were down early. In fact, the Monarchs jumped out 5-0 right out of the gate, the first 60, maybe 70 seconds of the game, and then the Trojans able to make a run. They were trailing 10-2 at one point in that first quarter, and they trailed 18-11 at the end of the first frame, but they came roaring back and went on a 7-0 run. In fact, they went on an 8-0 run, a 9-0 run to take a 20-18 lead, and then it's just been back and forth after that. 20-20, Atlantic led 21-20, 23-20. Denison Schleswig cut it to 1, and then they took the lead at 24-23. Atlantic grabbed it back at 25-24 and tied it up at 25-25. Monarchs scoring the last 3 points to lead 28-25 here at the halftime break. For Atlantic, and Nolan Waters and Cody, we talked about the hot hand there. He was huge in that first half. 14 points. He had 4 makes beyond the arc. And then Colton Rasmussen averaging 28 a game. No points in the first quarter, but he came out with 11 in the second quarter for the 9, the second quarter for the Trojans. And Gab McLaren with a pair. Atlantic trailing at 28-25. As we look at Denison Schleswig, a little more activity as far as scores are concerned. Top to bottom, Jake Fink in the second quarter, he put up 6 points. Luke Weavers had 6 all in the first quarter. Lance Arkfeld, the 6'8" post player for the Monarchs, he had a good first half, at least a good first quarter. He had 7 points and 4. He's got 11 for the half here so far. And Blaine Grady had a 3-point shot. And Cole Town came off the bench with a pair. And it's a 28-25 Monarch lead here at the halftime break. Our halftime brought to you by Cass Health, neighbors at Caring for Neighbors. We're back right after this on 95.7 FM.
As a crop producer,
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
Half scoring again. It was 18-11. Monarchs led after 1 quarter play, but Atlantic outscored Denison Schleswig in the second quarter 14-10. We've got a game here, Cody, 28-25 with the Monarchs in the lead. However, you've got some foul troubles. Gab McLaren with 2, but 3 for Colton Rasmussen in that first half, and so it's going to be interesting to see what transpires, what adjustments are made here in the second half.
Yeah, the Trojans are in foul trouble here. Most of the starters are at least have a foul, so it's Trojans. Are they going to develop a consistent offense here in the second half? And if they can develop a consistent offense, and Nolan Waters keeps shooting the 3 ball and hitting them, and if Colton Rasmussen can kind of get going here in the second half, he only has 9 points here in the first half, which, any other player, that would be, a pretty good half. But for Colton Rasmussen, that's a pretty, light scoring half for him, being the 3A leading scorer. So with the Trojans here, are they going to develop a consistent offense? Are they going to have a staggering offense that we kind of saw there at the beginning of the first half that kind of improved throughout the half, but they never really got into a rhythm? And then for Denison's not having a bad game. It's just the turnovers. The turnovers are just killing them down in this game, and that's why it's a 3-point game. Denison has outplayed the Trojans here in the first half, but they are shooting themselves in the foot with all those turnovers they have. So if you're the Denison's coach here, all you got to say is, hey, guys, we got to limit the turnovers here, and if they can do that, they might pull away here in the second half. So it's really just, can the Trojans develop a consistent offense, and can Denison stop shooting themselves in the foot with all those turnovers?
You bet, Cody. Well, here we go. Second half getting underway. Atlantic comes out with Gavin McLaren, Nolan Waters, Colton Rasmussen, Brock Henderson coming out in the second half, and Hudson McLaren. And for Denison, Emery, Fink, Arkfeld, Weavers, and Grady. Those starters all out here in the second half. 28-25 the counts on the Seed Pros scoreboard. The Monarchs will start with the basketball, and they'll bring Fink with it across the timeline. We're underway, second half. Fink, left side to Arkfeld. They'll kick it out top to Weavers. He'll pull up top of the circle, down low to Arkfeld. Arkfeld low block left. Fink, left wing. He'll fire a 3, no good. Rebound, Gavin McLaren. Muscles down the rebound. Kick out to Hudson McLaren. Here comes Atlantic to the front court. McLaren with the ball high and right. Atlantic down by 3, 28-25. McLaren. Kick out top to Waters. Off the screen for McLaren. That's Gavin McLaren. Left side to Rasmussen with 9. Behind the arc left. Now takes it to the rim. Leaves it left for Waters. Baseline triple coming up. No good. Rebound Grady for Denison Schleswig. Early third quarter, Monarchs with the possession and a 3-point lead. Front court to Emery. Back out top. Fink, top of the circle. On the drive, a runner up, and good. Fink with the bucket. And he puts the Monarchs up 30-25 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Fink with 8. Rasmussen across the timeline. Works top of the circle for the Trojans. Over to Waters, top of the key. He'll fire up a 3. No good. Off the heel. And the rebound comes off the Weavers. Over to Fink, high and right. Fink on the baseline drive. All the way back under. Wide open Emery. He'll set and fire a 3. No good. Rebound Rasmussen. He'll bring it across the timeline. and set it up on the right wing. McLaren, top of the key. Rasmussen, right side. Dribble drive, elbow. Now a big scooping layup, no good. Arkfeld with the board. He'll kick it out to Grady, and the Monarchs bring it to the front. Weber's high and right. Early third quarter. Weber's on the move. Arkfeld give and go, and the ball out of bounds. Atlantic gets it back, and you talked about the turnovers, Cody, and there's one right there.
And it seems like a lot of these turnovers is Denison trying to force it to Arkfeld down low. I mean, yeah, he's 6'8", and you want to get it to him, but you want to get it to him cleanly. So a lot of these turnovers are just Denison forcing the ball into Arkfeld down low.
Atlantic in the front with possession. Hudson McLaren out top to Waters. Waters top of the circle, bounce pass to Brock Henderson, left baseline. And we've got a whistle, and now we've got a foul called on Atlantic with 5:54 to go in the third quarter. Only 2 points scored, and that's Jake Fink's layup. Atlantic yet to get a bucket in the first couple of minutes of the third quarter. Fink will bring it across the timeline for the Monarchs.
Tom, they called that foul on Brock Henderson on the offensive push there, so there's 2 on Henderson.
Out top to Weavers. Emery down low to Arkfeld. Low block against Henderson. Boy, it's going to be a foul on Arkfeld. He had that arm out. That was a good call by the official. He was clearing the path like a snowplow.
Yeah, he had a nice stiff arm there down low. And
one each. Atlantic with a foul and Denison with a foul with 5.5 to go first third quarter. Rasmussen across the timeline. Bounce pass to Gavin McLaren. He'll take it to the rim, and a steal by Weavers. Weavers will take it coast to coast. Layup up, no good, and Rasmussen with a foul. And that's his 4th. A shooting foul. Luke Weavers will go to the line. So 4 fouls on the Trojan senior, and Coach Frank has got to make a decision here.
Oh, he's got to pull him.
I think he was just figuring out who he's going to bring in. He's going to bring in Williams.
And if
Weber's first free throw is no good.
If you're Rasmussen there, you got to know how important you are to your team and just pull up and let him have that layup there. I know it's a turnover and you don't want to give up 2 easy points, but you're more valuable to the team than just those 2 points there. Now with 4 fouls in the game, 5 minutes left in the third quarter, Rasmussen's going to have to sit for quite a while. And when Coach Franken gets him in, it's going to be a risk, and he's probably going to foul out of this game. So how much longer are the Trojans going to have Rasmussen in this game?
That'll be a key. We'll see. And Denison with the basketball. They'll inbounds right side of the basket. Turnover Atlantic. 5:19 to go third quarter. Inbounds Fink. Down low, Weber's wide open layup good. Great look by Fink, and it's 33-25. And Monarchs open up an 8-point lead. Atlantic has not scored third quarter. Now we got a foul called on Emery. That'll be his second for Denison with 5:09 to play third. 33-25, Monarchs by 8 on the Save Pro scoreboard. Their largest lead before this was 8. That was a 10-2 lead in the first quarter. Atlantic with the ball in the backcourt against the pressure. Hudson McLaren back out to Gavin. Gavin McLaren across the half-court line. Atlantic sets it up. Hudson McLaren top of the circle, under 5 to play third quarter. 33-25, Monarchs by 8 on the Save Pro scoreboard. Hudson, top of the circle, angles right at the dribble. Pulls up and gives it off to Waters. Waters had the hot hand in the first half, and it over and back on Atlantic. Waters gets it. His shot up and no good, and rebound off to Waters. Weber's got the steal, and Waters to the front, and Weber's with a reach-in foul. That's 3 on Denison here in the third quarter.
And that was a frustration foul there, missing the layup there. When he had the separation on Waters and just, reach in with frustration.
One of those reach behind type fouls. You're not going to get away with that.
No, he's not.
Rasmussen back in offensively. We'll probably see that shuffle here quite a bit here in the second half. Colton will throw it in. Over to Waters, left wing, back out top to Rasmussen. 4.5 to play third quarter. Rasmussen off the screen, pulls up, fires a 3, good! Atlantic's first field goal of the second half, 33-28, Monarchs by 5. Denison in the front court with Weber's on the dribble. To skip past to Fink. He'll drive, attack, shot up, no good. Rebound to Fink. Back to Weber's, top of the circle. He'll take it to the free throw line, kicks left to Emery. Emery back out top to Weber's. Weber's on the move, and Gavin McLaren diving for it. Looks like it could have been maybe a double to dribble. Here comes Cole Town in. And out goes Grady for Denison with 4:02 to play third quarter in a 33-28 Monarch lead. So Jake Fink will throw it in for the far sideline. Fink with 8 points. Out top, Weber's wide open three. Good. Boy, that barely tickled the twine. Weber's with a big three, 36-28. Monarchs by 8, their largest advantage. They've led by 8 twice. Here's Rasmussen, top of the circle. He'll take it to the rim. Left baseline, Williams. Out top, the Waters. Open, he'll fire. No good. Long rebound, Emery for Denison. The Monarchs to the front. Ahead to Weber's. Layup up and good. 38-28. Denison goes up by double digits and a timeout called by Atlantic head coach Dalton Franken. We'll take it with them. We're back in 60 seconds.
Outfitters Plus in Atlantic is making it easier for teams, coaches, groups, and you to host your group's orders online with their online store. Custom printed shirts, sweatshirts, all of your team apparel. Outfitters will design the graphics, post them on the web, give you the link to share with your team or group, and they can order themselves, all online. No more order forms to lose, sizes to keep track of, or money to hold on to. Let Outfitters Plus set up an online store for your team or group today. Give them a call at 243-4379. That's 243-4379. Outfitters Plus in Atlantic.
Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health. Neighbors caring for neighbors.
Monarchs open up a 38-28 lead over the Trojans. Atlantic with just one field goal in the third quarter. That was Colton Rasmussen, 3. He has 14 for the game. Atlantic in the front with Gavin McLaren on the handle. Right side of Waters. Waters drives in, jump stop, kick out top Rasmussen. He'll stop and pop a triple and got it. Boy, he is just a natural shooter. 38-31. Monarchs lead, a cut to 7 on that 3 ball by Rasmussen. He has 15, averaging 28. Monarchs possession, front court. Emery top of the circle. Pulls up at the elbow. Looks out top to Jake Fink, under 3 to play third. Weber's high and right. Bounce pass, Emery top of the circle. Right side, Weber's. He'll drive and a foul. Oh, double dribble. Turnover, Denison. Atlantic gets the ball back the other way. With 2:48 to play, third quarter. So Rasmussen playing with 4 fouls will triggered in. 38-31, Denison with the lead. Fink has scored a pair, and Luke Weber's has 6 points in this third quarter. Weber's with 12 for the game. Rasmussen top of the circle, pulls up at the free throw line, elevates and shoots. That one airs out of bounds. Monarchs back. Rasmussen with a quick trigger. Elevates, can really shoot anywhere on the floor, and he can shoot with a hand in his face. He's a high jumper, and he's got some ups. Town takes the inbounds for Denison. 2.5 to play third quarter. Out top, Fink will bring it across, guarded by Waters. Waters in his hip pocket all the way up the floor. Fink, top of the circle. Arkfeld, the 6'8" center, looked at the 3 and decided not. Bounce pass, Emery, left wing. Looks Arkfeld top of the circle. Over to Weber's right side. Deep 3 up. Good. Weber's way downtown. That's his second 3 here in the third quarter. And it's now 41-31 Monarchs. Score brought to you by the Seed Pros. Here's Rasmussen attacking the rim and loses the handle. Last touch by Denison. So it's going to be Atlantic's ball. Nolan Waters will trigger it in with 1:55 to go in this third quarter. Williams, Rasmussen, Henderson, and McLaren in with Waters. Waters triggered Williams and knocked out of bounds by the Monarchs. Atlantic will have it at the far sideline. Checking back in is Grady, and Emery comes out for Denison. Again, a busy week next week. We'll have the Harlan Atlantic Girl Boy doubleheader on Tuesday. Lennox boys on Friday. We'll have district wrestling coming up here in Atlantic on Saturday. Waters, and then the Trojan girls will play Southeast Valley at Gallery for regional quarterfinal action on Saturday night. Here's Williams, turns, shoots, Missed the shot. Rebound Waters. He can't get the putback, and Arkfeld snags the board. Kicks it out to Weavers. He'll bring it across to Fink. Out top, Weavers off the screen right. Drives all the way. Shot over Henderson. Good. Weavers is having himself a third quarter. 43-31. Monarchs by a dozen. Rasmussen front court. He'll launch a three. Good. 3 threes for Rasmussen. Somehow always gets his points here in the game. He's got 18, averaging 28. Fink across the timeline. And we say that, Cody. He had no points in the first quarter. And he has 9 in this third quarter. Had 9 in the second. Weber's on the drive. Right baseline Fink. He'll fire a three. No good. Rebound Arkfeld. Putback is good. Arkfeld got a gift right there. Just standing on that right baseline. Had a nice little teardrop and in. 45-35 Monarchs on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Rasmussen, McLaren, Gavin for three. Good. Gavin McLaren is a triple Atlantic with 4 threes here in the third quarter. 45-37. Monarchs lead is 8 and the ball in the front court. Weber's top of the circle. 20 seconds on the shot on the game clock. Back out top. Grady, Arkfeld, he threw it across the lane to Coletown. Steal by Waters. Ahead to Gavin McLaren. He'll take it to the rim. Layup is good. Gavin McLaren brings Atlantic now within 6, 45-39. And a shot, the buzzer's missed. The Trojans in that third quarter with a flurry of points. They were down 43-31. And they outscore the Monarchs 8-2 in the third. 45-39. Denison Schleswig with the lead. We'll be back right after these on 95.7 FM on our live video stream, Western Iowa Today TV, powered by Nishtanet.
Good coaches know their players' strengths and weaknesses. They watch, evaluate, and come up with a game plan to make their team better. Like a good coach, when you bring your vehicle to McCreedy Tire, they listen to your concerns and give clear explanations on how they can help. They come up with a game plan to get your vehicle performing at its best. From tires to oil changes, brakes, engine repair, and more, McCreedy Tire can assist in all your vehicle needs and help you feel prepared for all the competitions ahead. McCreedy Tire and Service, where their game-winning service is always a slam dunk.
Are you ready to be part of something bigger? I'm Myron Stein, president of Stein Seed Company. We're seeking exceptional individuals like you to join our team as independent sales representatives. If you're passionate about agriculture, ready to make a difference, and want unlimited earning potential, join the Stein team as an ISR. To learn more about open positions near you, contact your local Stein RSA, Darren Petty, at area code 712-249-5884.
And scoring. Give it to Gavin McLaren. Downloaded in Bestie in the game for the first time, and the ball thrown away. So we haven't seen much bench tonight. We've seen Grant Petty come in, Brock Henderson. Atlantic's gone 7, and now Rothman Bestie makes it 8 deep. And we haven't seen Terrell yet in the game at all. As Fink will bring it across the timeline for Denison Schleswig. He'll bounce at high post to Weavers. Weavers off the screen. Double team, nice cut off by Dembesti, but Weavers hooks it up and in. Boy, what a second half he's having. And it's now 47-39 Denison Schleswig. Trojans have the ball in the front court. Rasmussen elevates and fires short. Free throw, or the three-point shot missed. Rebound Weavers out top. Works the ball the free throw line. Runner, nope, he's going to give it up to Grady. He'll drive baseline. Teardrop, no. Ball poked out of bounds by the Trojans, and then the Monarchs tried to save it, and Grady throws out of bounds. Atlantic will get the ball. And the 6'8 post, Lance Arkfeld will pop off the bench and come back in for Denison Schleswig. Arkfeld had 7 points in the first quarter. He had 11 points at half, 13 for the game, and he's averaging 14.5. 47-39 Monarchs, 7 minutes to play on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Tyrell Williams, top of the circle, high posted in Bestie. Give it a go into Waters. Waters with a tree in front of him. Give it off to Williams. He'll lay it up. No good. Arkfeld rebounds. He was looking up at 6'8 Arkfeld down the lane. He said, I'm going to give this up. Fink, top of the circle. Step. Nope. He's going to fire left side of Weavers. Download Arkfeld. He'll take it to the rim. Lays it in. Lance Arkfeld with the bucket. Now it's a 49-39 advantage for Denison Schleswig. On the Seed Pro scoreboard, Rasmussen drive out to Gab McLaren. He'll take it to the rack. Layup no good. Arkfeld with another board. Kick out Fink. He'll bring it across. Monarchs possession front court. Fink left baseline Emery. Emery looks at Arkfeld. Kick out top. Over to Weavers. He'll set. Fire the three. No good. Rims out. Gab McLaren rebound. Pass ahead to Rasmussen. Behind the back dribble. Lose the ball. Town steal. Up to Weavers. Down low. Fink takes it to the rim. Lays it up. Oh, then Bestie with a block for Atlantic. But he throws it away. Back out to Town. Down low Arkfeld. Too far under. They'll have to scoop it up. And we got a foul called on Atlantic on the floor. And that's just the first on the Trojans here in the fourth quarter, as Brock Henderson will check in for Atlantic with 5:54 to play. And a 49-39 lead for Denison. These two teams will meet again for the second time on February the 13th at Denison. Then Bestie comes out. Rasmussen, Henderson, Williams, Gab McLaren, and Waters in there for the Trojans. Pass out to Arkfeld. Dribbles off his toe and gets it back out top to Weavers. Weavers really having himself a half. He has 21 points, drives down the block, fall away Jay, no. And the rebound, Arkfeld, he gets it twice, he gets the board, he gets the and one. Arkfeld with 6 points in the second half, and he puts the Monarchs up 51-39. He gets the and one with 5:41 to play. Checking in Grady, and Noah Langenfeld comes in. Langenfeld, a 5'7" junior. So Arkfeld will get the and one for the Monarchs. Arkfeld has 17, and his free throw is short. Rebound, Brock Henderson for Atlantic. 5:39 to go. Trojans down 51-39 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Waters top of the circle. Pulls up out to Williams and throws it away. Monarchs get the ball back. So Emery will throw it in on the near sideline, and Hudson McLaren will check in for Atlantic. And he'll take the place of Tyrell Williams. So Emery will throw it in near sideline. Atlantic puts the pressure on. Waters will escort Fink across the timeline. Fink, right wing, now top. Grady, free throw line, leaves it left to Emery. Baseline, he'll kick it out to Noah Langenfeld. High and right to Fink. 5:15 to play. Fink on the drive all the way down low to Arkfeld. A wraparound shot up in, no good. Rebound, Fink out to Emery. Wide open, didn't take it from the top. He'll leave it off for Fink. Fresh shot clock. Fink top of the circle, 5 to play. Fink driving again. This time he's fouled. Ball went in. They're going to count it. They're going to count the shot. 53-39. Fink with the bucket and one. 53-39. And Jake Fink will shoot the free throw for the Monarchs. Fink's got 6, 8, 10 points here in the game. Emery comes out and Luke Weavers comes in. Luke Weavers has 21 here in the ball game, averaging 10 coming in. Fink's free throw was too strong, no good. And the rebound, Rasmussen for Atlantic. Pass to Henderson, right baseline. Back out top to Waters. He'll launch the three. No good. Rebound, Weavers for the Monarchs ahead to Noah Langenfeld. Back to Weavers, top of the circle. 4:40 left. 53-39 Monarchs with the lead. Fink, Weavers near the timeline, directing traffic off the screen left. Pulls up top to Fink. Fink looks right baseline. Grady. Across the paint. Langenfeld out to Weavers, and a whistle of travel called on Weavers. Turnover Denison. Atlantic gets the ball back the other way. Rasmussen will throw it in for the Trojans. He has 18, averaging 28. Rasmussen on the season with 481 total points coming in. He's got 500 points on the season, not quite, 499. He drives in, runner up, no good. Rebound Weavers for Denison Schleswig. Rasmussen with 499 points now in the season. Leads all 3A. Langenfeld baseline triple short. We've got a whistle. It hit the cable. Atlantic gets the ball on the out of bounds. Under 4 to play. 53-39. Monarchs by 14 of the Seed Pros scoreboard as Rasmussen and Hudson McLaren play catch across the timeline. Monarchs drop back in a half-court defense. Hudson McLaren left side to Rasmussen. Into Brock Henderson. He traveled. Turnover Trojans. Monarchs back the other way. Monarchs have pulled away here in this second half. They led 18-11, and then Trojans outscored Denison 14-10. Second quarter trailing 28-25. Monarchs possession front court with Fink. Bounce pass high post to Weavers. Backdoor to Arkfeld. Layup good. Arkfeld and Weavers have had a big second half. 55-39 Denison. Monarchs back on the defensive end. Atlantic's possession. Rasmussen to Gab McLaren, top of the circle. He'll take it inside, and a whistle. Foul called on Denison. That'll be their first in the fourth quarter. Hudson McLaren will trigger left side of the basket for Atlantic. Trojans played Red Oak on Tuesday. Perry last night. They lost a 1-point to the Blue Jays on the road. Lost to Red Oak Tuesday. Pass it to Gab McLaren. Tries baseline. Puts it up. And good! Gab McLaren muscled that one in for Atlantic. And McLaren with 9. 55-41 Monarchs. And Gavin with a steal here. And the ball gets away from him. Weavers with it for Monarchs, and they'll bring it across to Grady, high and right. Back to Weavers, right side. He'll take it inside and outside to Fink. 24 on the shot clock, 2:50 to play. 55-41 Monarchs with the lead on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Fink off the screen, driving down the block, lose the handle. Henderson steals. Rasmussen ahead to Waters. Waters will lay it up and in. He's fouled. Waters gets the bucket and one. His first to score in the second half. He had 4 threes in that first half. He has 16 for the game. It is 55-43, Monarchs by a dozen. Out comes Noah Langenfeld. Emery in for Denison Schleswig. 2:37 to play. Waters free throws coming up. The and one in the air and good. Waters with 17, averaging 8.8 coming in. 55-44. Monarchs get the ball in the front court to Emery. Denison's possession front court. Emery wide open at the top. He'll leave it off for Weavers. Coach Fink has him slow it down. They'll play a little four corners here with 18 of the shot clock. High post to Arkfeld. The 6'8 post back to Fink. Driving in. He'll try to finish, and Brock Henderson bats out of bounds. Henderson with a block for Atlantic. So the Monarchs will throw it in left side of the basket with 2:12 to go in the game. 2:12, 55-44, Denison by 11 on the Seed Pros scoreboard. Into Weavers, right baseline. Arkfeld back out top. Grady, left side Emery, baseline Fink. Dribble drive in. Wrap around layup, no good, hit the cable. Atlantic gets the ball on the out of bounds with 2:02 left. So Brock Henderson with a big block, and on the season, Henderson with 20 blocks now with that swat. And we've got a timeout called with 2:02 to go. 55-44 the score. We're back right after these on 95.7 FM and our live video stream, Western Iowa Today TV.
The perfect companion is waiting for you at the Fish Store and Pet Center in Atlantic. Pick out a furry guinea pig, hamster, or mouse. Maybe something feathered. They have an aviary full of birds to choose from. What about something scaly, like a snake, lizard, or hermit crab? And it's in their name. A wide variety of fish are available at the Fish Store and Pet Center. Get all the food and accessories you need to keep that new addition to your family happy and healthy. The Fish Store and Pet Center in Atlantic, a pet lover's paradise.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
Atlantic Trojan Sports on KS 95.7 and live stream at westerniowatoday.com.
Atlantic in the front court. Rasmussen for 3 from the baseline. Missed a shot. Rebound long to Hudson McLaren, and he gets it to Gavin. And he knocks it out of bounds off of Grady. Atlantic will keep the ball. So the Trojans trailed 18-11 after one. They came back and scored 14 points to 10 for Denison Schleswig in the second quarter. Then it was neck and neck in the third, 15-14. Monarchs have that 1 point advantage. And the lead is 55-44 Denison on the Seed Pro scoreboard with 1:46 to play. Rasmussen top of the circle. He'll take it to the rim, lays it up and no good. Put back is good. Rasmussen with 20. 55-46 Monarchs. Fink over to Grady, 1.5 to play. Ahead to Weavers, almost a steal. Weavers, Fink on the right wing. 23 in the shot clock, and Fink will bring it back. Guarded by Rasmussen, top of the circle. Looks to dish off, and he'll lob it to Weavers high and right. Driving, baseline, Arkfeld, layup good. Great look, and Arkfeld's had a tremendous fourth quarter with 8 points, 57-46 Monarchs. In the front court, Waters, and timeout, Coach Dalton Franken. 1:04 left, Denison Schleswig up by 11. We're back right after this.
Colton, with you more involved with farm.
Outfitters Plus in Atlantic is making it easier for teams, coaches, groups, and you to host your group's orders online with their online store. Custom printed shirts, sweatshirts, all of your team apparel. Outfitters will design the graphics, post them on the web, give you the link to share with your team or group, and they can order themselves, all online. No more order forms to lose, sizes to keep track of, or money to hold on to. Let Outfitters Plus set up an online store for your team or group today. Give them a call at 243-4379. That's 243-4379, Outfitters Plus in Atlantic.
IowaToday.com.
Welcome back to Atlantic. 1:04 to play, and the Monarchs up 57-46 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. They're by your side to maximize yields from where to go. Contact John Becker, Mark Bentiger, Gary Dinkla, and Nick Knudsen for your Pioneer seed needs. And Fink with a foul on Henderson taking the inbounds pass. Just 3 on the Monarchs here in this fourth quarter, 3 in Atlantic, and Trojans will inbounds the ball. Rasmussen comes out and Williams comes in. Colton Rasmussen with 20 points in the game, or 19. Pass out top to Henderson. He'll take it top of the circle, leaves it off of Waters left side. He'll fire a 3. Good! Waters with 5 threes in the game. 57-49, Monarchs by 8 on the Seed Pro scoreboard. Waters with 20. Weavers will walk it across, 45-44 to go. Ahead to Fink. Back out top to Weavers. Fink on the high and right side. Skip past Grady left wing. Monarchs playing keep away. 34 seconds left, 20 on the shot clock. Back right side of Fink. 30 seconds to go. 15-14 the shot clock. Weavers with the ball, or Fink rather. He's fouled by Brock Henderson. With 23.9 left to play. 57-49. And Weavers will throw it in from the near sideline for Denison Schleswig. Baseline Emery. High post Arkfeld. He'll whip it over to Grady, then back out top to Fink. And Atlantic will back off here with 16 seconds left. And the Monarchs will run the clock down, and the final will be 57-49. Monarchs with the 8-point win over Atlantic, 57-49. Denison Schleswig with a victory over the Trojans, and that'll be it here in the ball game. Well, wait a minute, 3.3 on the clock. So as we still have some time left here, Waters will throw it in. Game not quite over. There's a pass down low. Oh, Leonard layup is no good. Put back is good. They got Thomas Leonard in, and they put some time up, and Thomas gets the buck to make it 57-51 in favor of the Monarchs tonight. And Thomas Leonard, good to see him get in there and get the layup. And that'll be it. An 8-point win for Denison Schleswig here tonight at Atlantic. Postgame coming up, brought to you by Cass Health. Neighbors caring for neighbors.
Colton, with you more involved with farming, what have you observed?
Farmers don't just work harder, they farm smarter.
We've definitely seen that with the Enlist weed control system.
Oh yeah, application is dictated by the grow stage, not a set date on the calendar, and you can take mix with liberty.
Plus, you have a post program that you don't have to worry about drifting into neighboring fields.
Nailed it. To learn more, contact the Seed Pros. The Seed Pros, with you from the word go.
The Seed Pros, Mark Bantecker, Gary Dinklett, Nick Knutson, and John Becker.
7:51 on a nice night here in Atlantic. They had the senior recognition. They also had the alumni recognition, celebrating 50 years of Atlantic girls basketball. And the final score here, 57-51 on the boys' side. The girls, Atlantic girls with a win tonight over Denison Schleswig. And the Monarchs defeat the Trojans 57-51, the final here. We'll take a look at the scoring, but first, this timeout. 2-minute timeout at 95.7 FM and a live video stream on WesternIowaToday.com.
Hi everyone, it's Caitlin.
Good coaches know their players' strengths and weaknesses. They watch, evaluate, and come up with a game plan to make their team better. Like a good coach, when you bring your vehicle to McCreedy Tire, they listen to your concerns and give clear explanations on how they can help. They come up with a game plan to get your vehicle performing at its best. From tires to oil changes, brakes, engine repair, and more, McCreedy Tire can assist in all your vehicle needs and help you feel prepared for all the competitions ahead. McCreedy Tire and Service, where their game-winning service is always a slam dunk.
Elkhart Plastics in Atlantic has a career opportunity for you. They're currently looking to hire first and second shift oven operators, first shift assemblers, and maintenance personnel, along with competitive pay and shift differential offered for second shift. Elkhart Plastics offers medical, dental, vision, company-paid life and disability plans, as well as vacation, paid holidays, education reimbursement, and retirement savings plans. Go to MyersIndustries.com/careers to view openings and fill out an application. Elkhart Plastics is an equal opportunity and affirmative action employer.
After years of wondering why I see more runners than other athletes, I figured it out. Well, a sophomore hurdler explained it to me. This is Dr. Fritz Beyer of Body Basics Chiropractic, and he told me since my hip started acting up, I lost 1 second from my time. 1 second in a 55-second race is less than 2%, but he knew it instantly because the stopwatch told him. In other sports, there's not a stopwatch to tell you when the nagging injury takes 2% from you. To make sure you're giving your 100%, call 254-BODY to get your body back to the basics.
Gas prices got you down? Need a ride to work or the grocery store? There's public transportation for everyone in Southwest Iowa. SWITA offers taxi service in Atlantic, Glenwood, Harlan, Missouri Valley, Red Oak, and Shenandoah. $2.50 each way or $2 for seniors 60 years and older. Just call 1-800-842-8065 or visit swita.com to schedule your ride. Cass Health in Atlantic, Iowa is a nationally recognized hospital, and we are proud of the awards and all of our recent accomplishments. But do you know what drives us to be the very best? You. We're passionate about helping our patients heal and feel their very best at any age and any stage of life. Cass Health, neighbors caring for neighbors.
Neighbors are caring for neighbors. As we take a look at the scoring, first of all, for the Monarchs, they had 3 in double figures. 21 points for Lance Arkfeld. Luke Weavers had 20. Jake Fink had 10. Blaine Grady 3. And Cole Town off the bench in the first quarter had a pair for 57 points. When you take a look at the Trojans, it was Waters and Rasmussen. Waters with 20, Rasmussen with 29 for Gavin McLaren, and 2 for Thomas Leonard that came in the game late and then had to have that layup down low. So the Trojans now will regroup, and they will head to Harlan on Tuesday night, the first time around to play the Cyclones. They'll come back in a makeup game on February 12th, and we'll have that contest as well on a Monday night, February the 12th. But the Trojans fall short tonight, 57-51 over at Denison Schleswig. Cody McCreedy, your final thoughts on this one?
You know, you can sum this game up in 3 words here if you're the Trojans. Too much height for Denison. You know, the offensive rebounds really killed Atlantic. They could shoot the 3 ball knowing that they, had the height down low to get the offensive rebound. So when you can play your offense around that and you have the height, it really opens up the offensive playbook. And, Denison really cut down on the turnovers in the second half, and that's why you saw them pull away late in the game. It looked like it was going to turn into a blowout there late in the third quarter into the early fourth quarter. But, Atlantic, got to give them a lot of credit. They kept chipping away. They stayed in Denison's hip pocket. And, at the end of the day, it was a 6-point victory for Denison. But, it there was a lot of good and a lot of bad that came out of it. If you're Atlantic, you got to move on. But, you get to play them again here soon. You just got to figure out how to deal with that height and deal with the offensive rebounds. And so you can see that's what they're going to do.
You bet. And we're going to be joined by Atlantic head coach Dalton Franken here in our post-game show brought to you by Cass Health. Neighbors caring for neighbors.
Hey Colton, with you more involved with farming, what have you observed?
Farmers don't just work harder, they farm smarter.
We've definitely seen that with the Enlist weed control system.
Oh yeah, application is dictated by the grow stage, not a set date on the calendar, and you can take mix with liberty.
Plus you have a post program that you don't have to worry about drifting into neighboring fields.
Nailed it. To learn more, contact the Seed Pros.
The Seed Pros, with you from the word go. The Seed Pros, Mark Bantacker, Gary Dinklett, Nick Knutson, and John Becker.
For neighbors, and we're joined by Atlantic head coach Dalton Franken. Well, I'll tell you what, 57-51, and your guys just kept battling here against, as Cody mentioned earlier, just a lot of height there for Denison Schleswig, and Weber's got hot, and Arkfeld got his points as well. Your thoughts, Coach?
Yeah, Arkfeld, he's a handful down there. I thought Brock did a pretty good job on him. I think we just kind of got tired and ran out of gas there, and he started beating us up with second chance points. I was really happy. He didn't get a ton of easy post entries after the first quarter, so I was happy with the way we adjusted to that and made things hard on him. We did a good job on Weber's for a little bit. He's not known as a three-point shooter, but he hit a couple tonight, and I mean he's a good player. So we contained him for a little bit, but he kind of got away from us there in the second half, and we got stagnant offensively, and we ran out of time, right? So I'm happy with the guys' effort, but we just didn't have it offensively tonight to get it done.
Well, 3 games this week, obviously, and that's always a tough chore. Late night with Perry last night, and Nolan Waters, man, he sparked your offense tonight, 20 points.
Yeah, Nolan played great tonight. He continues to come out and be aggressive and attack offensively, and that's what we need him to do. He needs to hunt his shot, and even when he misses his first couple, we still need him to stay aggressive. He made his first couple tonight, and the other team's in for a long night when he sees his first 1 or 2 go down. His next step is when he misses a couple to keep shooting, right? But I was really happy with Nolan tonight. I think he did a lot of stuff defensively. He's always there being a pest, knocking the ball loose and stuff, and he was hunting his shot tonight. So I thought Nolan had a great game here on senior night for us.
Coach, you kind of recap the week for us here. Red Oak on Tuesday and Perry last night, and then, of course, Denison on Friday night.
Yeah, Red Oak on Tuesday, another tough one. I think we were trailing at half. We pretty much trailed the whole game until the first part of the fourth quarter. Hudson McLaren knocked down 3 big three-pointers for us. I think on consecutive possessions, we'd get up by 3, they'd go down and score right away. So Tuesday night, the story was we just couldn't get the stop when we needed to build an advantage. And then Thursday, and Red Oak, DeFries killed us in the first half, but Colton Rasmussen held him to 5 points in the second half. A lot of that was testament to his teammates. They were setting a lot of double stagger away screens for DeFries, and we weren't helping really well in the first half off him, and he got loose and knocked down a couple threes. But Rass's teammates did a lot better job helping and playing team defense. So I was proud of our defensive effort in Red Oak. Gillian had 30 against us the first time we played him. I think we held him to 10 or 13 and held DeFries to 5 in the second half. Their role players just stepped up and knocked down some big shots against us, it's a punch in the gut. But, if you have to lose, you want role players beating you, not the key guys, right? So Tuesday was a tough one in Red Oak. And then Thursday night in Perry, that was a tough game. Credit to Perry, they're a tough group of kids. They play really hard. They packed it in a 3-2 zone against us. Nolan paced us offensively in the first half, really kept us in the game because nobody else was doing anything. And then in the second half, things started to click a little bit. We turned it over. I think we had 25 turnovers as a team Thursday night. So we had 25 turnovers, missed 10 free throws, and we lost by 1, right?
Yeah.
Credit to their kids. They drive and kick 3 as the shot clock was expiring, goes down, and we got the ball inbounded and got a good look as time expired. It just wasn't our night. So credit to Perry, they played really well, and they're a hard-working team, and credit to those kids. And we're struggling right now. We need to rally together, find a way to get back in a rhythm. I felt like we've taken a couple steps back here this week, and we need to find ourselves over the weekend and come back ready to work Monday. And got Harlan Tuesday and Lennox at home on Friday.
Harlan, talk about that first time around with the Cyclones.
Yeah, it's crazy. We have 5 games left, and 4 of those games are Denison. 4 of those games are 2 opponents. We got Denison twice, and then Harlan twice. But Harlan's big inside. It'll be honestly pretty similar to tonight. They play 2 bigs, and they really. Denison plays faster pace than Harlan. Harlan really wants to slow it down, and so it'll be really important for us to take good quality shots, have quality offensive possessions, because if you take quick ones and you don't get an offensive rebound put back, Harlan's going to walk the floor up and pound it inside and milk the shot clock down 15, 20 seconds before they take a shot. So we have to have a really good practice on Monday, and we'll watch some film on them this weekend and try to get a game plan ready to go to put our guys in a position to be successful Tuesday against Harlan.
Good. Dalton, thank you very much, Coach, for stopping by, and we'll see you in Harlan next week.
Sounds good. Thanks, Tom.
You bet. Dalton Franken, head coach of the Atlantic Trojans, joining us here on the postgame show brought to you by Cass Health. Neighbors caring for neighbors. We're back to wrap things up right after this on 95.7 FM and a live video stream, westerniowatoday.com.
Whether you have a furry, feathered, or scaly pet in your home, the Fish Store and Pet Center has everything you need to keep your little pets happy and healthy. Keep them safe with a variety of sizes.
Hi everyone, it's Caitlin with your Atlantic Hy-Vee. Have you signed up or upgraded to our Perks program yet? It is free to you and gives you instant savings. If you're not signed up, no worries. We can in-store while you're shopping or at the checkout, sign you up. Super quick, super easy for the instant savings. No need to wait, scan the card, you got the deals. Deals so good you won't find them anywhere else. Have you signed up or upgraded to our Perks program yet? It is free to you and gives you instant savings. We can in-store while you're shopping or at the checkout, sign you up as
over the Trojans. Well, Cody, Tuesday night, Atlantic will travel to Harlan. We'll have the game on 95.7 FM, our live video stream on Western Iowa Today TV. And then we'll have the Lennox game on Friday night. Lennox comes to town for that single boys game, and we'll have it on video and also on 95.7 FM. Then we'll be here for District Wrestling Saturday morning. Cody Weaver will join me for that. We're looking forward to that broadcast. We'll have reports throughout the morning and early afternoon, and mid-afternoon we'll start with the play-by-play of the finals in District Wrestling. So looking forward to that coming up on Saturday. Zach Collins will take care of the basketball game on Saturday night at Gowrie. Southeast Valley will host the Trojans in the regional quarterfinals, first round Atlantic girls postseason game. And then back here on Monday night with Atlantic and Harlan on February the 12th for the Trojans' second to last game. They'll wrap up the season at Denison on February the 13th. So thanks a bunch, Cody. Great job. Love working with you, and best of luck tomorrow at the regional swimming regionals tomorrow.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Tom. So, and it's an honor to work with you, and I love doing these games with you. So thank you for allowing me to do this with you. And yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow, and I'll let you know how we do.
Yep, I'll wait for your message there tomorrow evening. Can't wait for that. Hey, that'll do it for the broadcast. For Cody McCreedy, I'm Tom Robinson. A big thanks to Dan Vargason and Dalton Franken as well for joining us here on our post-game shows. Once again, the final score 57-51 on the boys' side, and the girls' side, the Atlantic Trojans win that one here tonight over Denison Schleswig. And we will be back here on a Tuesday. I'll be at Harlan for that girl-boy doubleheader with the pregame at 5:45 and the tip-off at 6. I'm Tom Robinson for Cody McCreedy. Thanks for joining us. Good night and have a great weekend.
This has been a presentation of Atlantic Trojan Sports on KS 95.7. Find our complete sports broadcast schedule at westerniowatoday.com.
Southwest Iowa's classic rock, KS 95.7.